The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right. Guys, John Pimothy here. Welcome to part two of the Social Traffic Blueprint Facebook ad training. Again, so excited to see so many of you guys here. I've obviously been talking to you about this training and about this program for the past couple weeks now. And the reason we're doing this training is from the last one. You guys, seem to love the training so much, and you seem to really enjoy the guest that I brought out, Jabril Agoro, that you were begging. In fact, we were getting emails from people demanding that we did a follow-up training, demanding that we put something else together to teach you some more about this stuff. So we actually do. We have a brand new presentation for you, and we're going to be going into the 10 smoking hot 100K Facebook ideas. Okay, it's going to be really, really cool. We've got some absolutely stellar information for you to show you how you can build and grow your businesses on Facebook. And if you're brand new, we're going to give you 10 examples and 10 real case studies of how you can, start from scratch and realistically build a $100,000 per year business on Facebook promoting these various things. So we're going to show you all of that. It's going to be really, really cool. But before we begin, go ahead and do me a favor. Let's meet in the questions box. Go ahead and give me a yes if you can hear me loud and clear and my audio is coming through good and you can see my screen. You can see my first slide here. Okay, go ahead and give me a yes in the questions box. Okay, not seeing any yeses coming in, so we've got a bit of a problem. Guys, give me a yes in the questions box if you can hear me. Guys, can you hear me? Go ahead and do me a favor. Give me a yes in the questions box if you can hear my audio. Am I coming across okay? Ah, there we go. Tons of yeses. Okay, so maybe I was just delayed. Something happened with my internet. Okay, cool. Well, we're back. So I'm not sure if is my audio clear, guys? Only give me a yes if my audio is actually clear for you and it's coming across nice and clear. Okay, perfect. I see a couple of people saying that the audio isn't clear. Okay, hundreds of yeses, so that's perfect. Okay, cool. We're good to go then. Guys, go ahead and let me know who's in the house. I want to know where you guys are from. Go ahead and let me know where you're from, and I can see your names, so don't worry about your names. Just let me know where you're from, and I'll give as many of you a shout out as I can on this webinar. Cool. We've got Karis from Canada. We've got Mike from Basingstoke. We've got Susan from Texas. Alpa from London. Who have we got here? We've got Jason from Canada. Missy from Hawaii. Awesome. I'm going to be going to Hawaii very soon. Looking forward to that. We've got Jovan Williams from Jamaica. We've got Matt from London. We've got Matt from San Diego. We've got Jenny from London. Ellie from Birmingham. We've got Teresa from Dublin. We've got Karen from Southend-on-Sea, UK. We've got loads of people from the UK in the house. That's awesome. We have Clarence from Seattle, Washington. We have Kerry from Ontario. We have Kyle from Cali. We have Frank from Canada. We've got Peter from Ireland. We've got Nicola from Gloucestershire. We've got Reese from Wales, United Kingdom. We've got tons of you from the UK, so that's really awesome. And I appreciate you guys sticking up with me. I'm currently in the UK as well, so it's nice and late. It's 11 p.m. We're probably going to go for a good 90 minutes, so I appreciate you guys being here. Wim from Belgium. We've got Julianne from Oakland, Bob in Miami. Okay, we've got tons and tons of you. Way too many to read. If only you could see my questions box. It's absolutely flooded. I appreciate you guys interacting so much. Here's what we're going to do. We're not actually going to spend that long on the introduction because I want to get into the meat and potatoes of this. I don't want to go on too long. I want to value your time, and I also want to make sure your time is worth it. Okay, I know what a big commitment it is to block out 90 minutes, 2 hours for a webinar like this. It's very, very important for me and Jabril that we make it worth your time. Okay, I really value your time. Time is one commodity that you can't get back. Money you can get back, resources you can get back, time you can't. And I really want to value that. Make sure you get what you need. So let's just delve straight into this, guys. I'm really excited. We're doing part two. For those of you who just joined, we had people demanding that we did a follow-up training from the training that we did last week. Okay, the training that we did last week, where we were pulling back the curtains on the $200,000 that we spent on Facebook ads over the past 14 months. Okay, we showed you the results. We showed you what stuff was working. This is the kind of stuff we were showing you, right? We're showing you all these different ads that we have out there on Facebook right now that some of you may well have seen. In fact, majority of you have seen these ads, or this is how you were introduced to me. So you guys know that I'm doing this stuff, right? There's no convincing needed. You can see that I'm really doing this stuff. We showed you how we're getting this kind of response on our ads. Okay, we're getting tons of shares, we're getting tons of likes, we're getting millions of views. Okay, it's absolutely nuts, and we've spent 153,000 UK pounds, over $200,000, just over the past 14 months. Okay, so that shows that we really are doing this. In the past 7 days, we're spending 1,000, 2,000 pounds, which is like 3 or 4, US dollars every single day. We would not be doing that if it wasn't working. Okay, we also showed you that if we do a 4-month search, okay, it's really important that you guys know that we're doing this stuff right now. Okay, we're doing it right now. So we do a search for the past 14 months, going to July 18th when we did our original webinar. We spent 81,000 UK pounds, just shy of 100,000 US dollars, and we generated 316,000 US dollars. So 300% ROI on our ads. Who in here wants to be spending $1 and making 3 back on Facebook, and doing it to the extent of spending 100,000 and making 300,000 back? Who does that sound cool to? Tons of you saying me, of course. Someone says F yes. So it is important that we tell you before we get into this, my results, Jabril's results, our results are not typical. Okay, they're really not. And your results will vary from ours. You may get far better results than us. You may get lesser results than us. You may get no results at all. Okay, you guys are smart. You know that we legally have to say that because we can't guarantee your results. That doesn't make any sense, right? We can teach you what we're doing, but it's up to you to apply it and get the results for yourself. Okay, is that cool with everyone? So I'm just curious, because this will help us know how to put this training together and best, serve you guys. So don't do it just yet. Give me a 1 in the questions box if you were here for the original webinar that we did last week, okay? And give me a 2, a number 2, paste that in the questions box if you were not here for the webinar last week, okay? Give me a 1 if you joined me and Jabril last week, and give me a 2 if this is the first webinar that you've been on, to do with Social Traffic Blueprint and this kind of training, okay? I've got tons of yeses, got a few 2s. Okay, few 2s here. Okay, very cool. We've got a mixed crowd. It looks like it's actually about 60-40 in the favor of people who were actually here. So that's very cool. We've got a bunch of new people here on this webinar. So let me just tell you, you're very welcome. And we really, really appreciate you being here. And like I said, we're going to make it worth your time. Okay. Now I'm not going to spend too much time on this. For those of you who are new to this webinar, then just a little bit about me. Okay, who am I? I've been online for 5-6 years now. Okay, I've been doing all kinds of different businesses on the internet. I've done affiliate marketing businesses. I've done, physical products on eBay and Amazon. I've done coaching, consulting. I've put on events. I've spoken at events. I speak at, on stage at events 4 or 5 times a year. Up to 4,000 people in attendance was the biggest one I've done to date. Okay, and something I'm very proud of is that I made my first $1 million online by the age of 22. Okay, and I really don't mean to say that in any kind of arrogant way. I'm genuinely just really proud of myself. That was a goal that I set when I was much younger, when I was about 18, 19. I said, I want to hit my first million before the age of 22. Okay, sorry, before the age of 23, while I'm 22, and I managed to accomplish that. So I'm very, very proud of that. And I think it's important that you guys know that you're learning from someone who is doing this. Okay, I'm not someone who's just talking the talk. I really do this stuff. Okay, I really, really do this stuff. And here's what we're going to cover today. Okay. Ready to get into it? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to recap last week's training. Okay, so we're going to show you the results from the $200,000 in ad spend. I'm going to show you the 2 best types of ads to run in your business. Okay, and with Facebook. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to do it very, very quickly. We're going to blitz through a recap of what we talked about last week. So for those of you that were here, make sure you're taking notes, because I'm going to recap, and you need to be making sure that you actually, the information that I shared with you last time actually went in. And if you're brand new, then great. We're going to blitz through it. So get your pen and paper ready, because you're going to want to get the information from last week. And then we're going to go on to show you 10 smoking hot 100K Facebook ideas. And it says 8 here on the screen. And it's because what we're going to do is we're going to show you 8 of these ideas first. Okay. And then we're going to show you 2 more at the very end of the webinar. Okay, all 10 of these ideas, right? Jabril is going to be taking you through these ideas. He's going to show you different products you can promote, different offers you can promote, different industries that you're in, right? He's going to show you how you can realistically, promote all kinds of different products. And he's going to give you real life examples of things that you can promote, that you can get involved in, that can easily net you $100,000 this year. Okay, if you put the work in. Now, again, it's very important that you understand, I cannot, and we do not guarantee your results. Okay, that's just not who we are. We're going to teach you what we're doing, but it really is up to you to take action on it. But what we're going to show you, realistically, we're going to give you 10 ideas that really can make you $100,000 if you apply it. Okay, does that sound cool to you guys? And by the way, is anyone in here in BizOp? Are you in any kind of BizOp, network marketing, affiliate marketing, make money online, any of those markets? Say yes in the questions box for me. Give me a yes if you're anything to do with BizOp. Okay, we've got a bunch of yeses coming in. Well, guess what? You know, we're going to be able to show you how you can actually promote your BizOp on Facebook as well. Okay, so Jabril's going to be taking you through that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really, really cool. What we're going to do finally is we're going to recap the Social Traffic Blueprint program and have an extended Q&A session to answer all your questions. Okay, this is a program we opened up last week, and literally the industry has been going nuts for it. People have been going crazy, you know, making sure they get in and making sure they're on board, and it's been really, really exciting. We've had a Facebook group, and everyone's going absolutely crazy in there. People love it. So we're going to recap the offer of that. So we're going to show you 8. We're going to recap the offer, and then we're just going to show you 2 more 100K ideas before we finish. Does that sound good to everyone? Go ahead and give me a big yes in the questions box if that sounds good to you, if you're excited, and if you want me to just shut up and get straight into this, okay? Go ahead and give me a yes. Everyone's saying yes, capital letters. I see someone here saying, Arthur says F yes. I love that abbreviation. That's cool. Okay, so here's how this whole thing came about, right? For those of you, again, who are not as familiar with me, I've been trying to run Facebook ads for a long, long time. Okay, I'm kind of known in our industry as the YouTube guy, as the video guy, as the free traffic guy. But the truth is, I've been trying to make paid ads work in my business for the longest time. And the trouble I was having is I couldn't get anything to work. You know, I was spending thousands of dollars on different training programs, on setting up ads and trying to make Facebook work. And I felt like a newbie. You know, I've done tons of things in business, so I've been very successful in lots of different areas. But when it came to Facebook ads, I felt like a complete newbie. Like I hadn't ever set up a Facebook ad before. I'm a free traffic guy. Okay, free traffic. So going into paid traffic, I felt very green. I felt very new, and I literally couldn't get it to work. I was spending, thousands of dollars on Facebook ads, and it just wasn't working for me. But I have been desperate to make it work. I see the power in making paid traffic work for you inside of your business, and there's a big opportunity on Facebook right now, an absolutely huge opportunity. And it's important that you guys know the opportunity. That there are 1.65 billion active users on Facebook right now in 2016. Okay, but get this, 1.1 almost billion people log on to Facebook daily. Daily. There's a billion people on Facebook every day. Is that insane? People want to engage on Facebook, right? There was a time where people came on really quick to make a post and leave. Now people are spending, look at this, people are spending, the average time is 20 minutes per session. The average time per visit is 20 minutes. People are spending time on there. They're looking for something to engage with. So if you've got the right ad in front of them, they're going to engage with you and you're going to get good results, okay? There's advanced targeting on there now. Beforehand, it was very basic targeting. There wasn't much you could really do with Facebook, but now they've beefed that out. You can literally zero in and hone in on someone very specifically, okay? It's authority building. If people see your ads in their newsfeed, they see you as an authority, okay? And it does wonders for your business to be seen as that authority, to be seen in someone's newsfeed under a sponsored ad. You're seen as an authority, you're respected, you're taken seriously, and your ads will work very, very well if you do them in the right way. Okay, and every big brand is on Facebook. That tells us something. This is the place to be. There really, in my opinion, there is no other traffic source that matches Facebook. Okay, in terms of how many people are on there, in terms of how specifically you can target them, it's absolutely insane. Okay. So I knew that, I wanted to do it, so I got busy and I set up some ads. I went through some training, I went through about 2 or 3 different Facebook advertising courses that were teaching me Facebook ads. I set up some ads, I was really excited, okay? That night, when I set up my first ad, I literally couldn't sleep. I was like Jonah Hill right here, I could not sleep, I was so excited. And guess what? It didn't work. My ads weren't working. And for those of you who are on the initial webinar that we did, you'll know the full story. I haven't got time to go into the whole thing, but you know the full story. I was spending a little bit of money and the ads didn't work. And I thought, I'll leave them up a little bit longer and I'll see if I can make them to work. Maybe over time, they'll start to correct themselves. Well, guess what? They didn't. I was setting up Facebook ads. I was following training and they didn't work. I ended up losing quite a bit of money. In fact, quite a few thousand on Facebook ads. It just wasn't working for me. And I was confused. I was frustrated. I was in that spot where, you just don't understand something. You're trying to understand something. I'm trying to understand why Facebook ads aren't working for me. I've followed people's training. I've gone through step by step. I've applied what they've taught me, and the Facebook ads haven't worked. So I was very confused. I was very frustrated at the fact that I didn't understand how to fix the problem. You might be able to resonate with that. I don't like having something not work and knowing that I can't do anything about it to fix it. That really frustrates me. So seeing my Facebook ads being very, very unprofitable and losing me a lot of money and not knowing how to fix it was very frustrating, which is when I got in touch with this guy. Okay, you guys from the first webinar will remember Jabril. Jabril Agoro is the authority on the internet when it comes to Facebook ads. Okay, he's a Facebook advertising expert within our industry. He's literally the go-to guy for some of the biggest names in our industry. He controls hundreds of thousands of dollars worth in ad spend on Facebook every single month. Okay, he's responsible for over $4 million in revenue just over the past couple of years. Okay, he's the most sought after speaker on Facebook marketing, and behind the scenes, he's actually doing this stuff. This is what struck me as so impressive about Jabril, is that I was so sick and tired of learning from people who were teaching a subject like Facebook ads, and they weren't doing it themselves. They weren't doing it. All they were doing was teaching Facebook ads, and they weren't ever doing it. Does that make sense? That really bugged me. Jabril is very behind the scenes. In fact, it takes a lot to just get him out on these webinars. He doesn't want to. He wants to be just sitting in his man cave, getting on with his ads and checking all the analytics. That's his world. That's what he loves, and he actually does it. So I'm just curious, how many of you on the call, give me a 1 in the questions box if that actually excites you to learn from someone who's doing it. He's actually getting these results. He's spending this much money on Facebook ads. He's not just teaching it. I've managed to convince him to come and teach, but 99% of the time he's just doing this stuff. Go ahead and give me a 1 in the questions box if that excites you. Okay, cool. I'm not seeing any ones, so can you guys still hear me? Or has my audio gone out? Maybe I just can't see your comments. Maybe I'm lagging. Oh, there we go. There they all are. I think I'm just lagging. Sorry about that. Cool. So, and here's some of the biggest names in the industry that Jabril's actually worked with. Just so, I think it's important that you know who you're learning from actually knows what he's talking about. So you guys will recognize this guy, Tai Lopez, right? He's the big YouTube guy with his Lamborghini and the knowledge and the books and all that stuff, right? Well, he's now brought his stuff onto Facebook. You've probably seen his ads all over the place. Well, guess who helped him and his marketing team to do that? Jabril. Okay, ever heard of this guy called Brandon Carter, one of the biggest guys in the fitness industry, got over 1 million people on Facebook following him. Guess who helped him with his Facebook ads? Jabril. Okay, so he's doing this for the biggest guys in the industry.
John,
Yo,
I don't know if like the screen's not moving for me, but
oh, is it not? What slide are you
I'm
seeing?
not sure. Maybe mine's just delayed, but
Oh, what slide are you seeing? Jabril, can you hear me?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Now it's caught up to the. Now it's caught up. Let me check in the comments to see if it's just me or the people.
Yeah, I see people saying that they couldn't. Slides updating.
Yeah, it's
now.
working
Okay.
now. It's caught up. It's caught up now. But like, yeah, it was stuck on. So when you were talking about Brandon, and then when you were talking about Ty, but now it's the picture of us on at his house at the basketball court.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Melissa just says, yeah, I'm seeing topless guys. So it looks like he's caught up. Hey, dude, Jabril, just do me a favor. If that happens again, just come out and let me know, because I think my internet seems to be a bit laggy. So cool. Well, I'll keep going through this, and if you guys have any problems, let me know in the questions box. But the quickest way, Jabril, is for you to just jump out, bro, and let me know. Cool. So I'm going to breeze through this, but I'm actually going to pass this over to Jabril here pretty soon anyway, so that he can take it over and teach you these 10 cool things. So just a quick recap from the last webinar. Okay, we're going to do this in literally 5-10 minutes. For those of you who weren't here on the last webinar, here's a quick recap of what we talked about. We talked about how we're getting such engagement and such a good response on these kind of ads, right? And how we're getting them seen by so many people. Okay, and it's because we found the 2 types of ads that work. Okay, two types of ads that will literally work the very best for you. And one is video. Okay, there's lots of different ways you can set it up, but with video, okay, here's the thing you guys need to understand. People seem to think that to make videos work on Facebook, you've got to have big fancy videos and you've got to do all this crazy video production to get the big results. You really don't. You don't need fancy videos to make it work on Facebook, right? You really, really don't. I mean, this video here, this is one of our best performing videos. We have 1.8 million views, over 8,500 shares. This is such a simple video. It's just me and Jabril just hanging out in Bali talking about YouTube, right? That's pretty much all it is. And then I go to the house and I'm sitting by my laptop, right? Super simple, not very high production, but people love it because you've got to focus on value. If you focus on value, you don't have to worry about this top video production. People want value right now. People want content. They want you to be giving them the goods. Does that make sense? So when it comes to your videos on Facebook, make sure you're providing value. Make sure that's the focus, and that's what you're looking to deliver, and the rest will follow. It really will. So you don't need fancy videos. I promise you that. We've tested it, and they didn't work. We tested 30-second, 1 minute promo style videos, and they didn't work very well. Okay, they didn't. You want really good, value content focused videos that are about 3, 4, 5 minutes long, and they work the best. Okay, but let me ask you a question: who doesn't want to shoot videos? Okay, how many of you on the line are just thinking, you know what, this sounds good, but actually, I just don't want to be shooting any videos. That's just not me. I'd rather stay a bit more behind the scenes. I'd rather just not have to pick up a camera and certainly not be on the camera. Go ahead and give me a yes in the questions box if that's you. If you do not want to be on video. Which is fine, by the way. Okay, tons of yeses coming in. Well, that's cool, because check this out. Here's the second type of ad that works the best. It's called a story ad, right? And it's basically an image ad, but with loads of text. So you see here, it's just a picture of me. Nothing too fancy. My little mug shot there, my little pink shirt, right? It's just a picture of me. People think that to make Facebook ads work, you have to have really big, authoritative, pictures of you on stage and you doing all this craziness. And that's cool. But check this out. We've got one ad here, which is just a picture of me. Excuse me. Nothing too fancy, nothing too exciting. But we're getting, look at this, 1.6 thousand likes on this thing. We've reached 266,000 people with this ad. And here's how it looks in someone's newsfeed. And what they'll do is they'll see this picture. It will draw their attention. They'll start reading. Okay. And when they click continue reading, they're going to see this whole post. And they're going to follow the post, right? And then they're going to go ahead and click on this link. Okay, let me tell you something. If you can get people to read this whole thing and click that link, they are already sold. And this is something that Jabril's really good at, is using this style of ad, a story ad, a text and image ad, to work for your business very, very well. And you might be thinking, but who's going to click, to see more, and who's going to read all this? Trust me, they will if you do it the way Jabril teaches you. It's really, really cool. Okay. Now, here's the last thing we're going to recap before we pass it over to Jabril, which is if you've tried to do Facebook ads in the past and it hasn't worked, okay, or you haven't ever tried any Facebook ads, then guess what? I'm going to show you one of the biggest reasons why Facebook ads don't work for people, and you're going to be able to overcome that problem and not even have it, okay? Here's why Facebook ads don't work for most people. Here's what they do. They set up an ad. Here's an example ad, right? They set up this ad. They're really excited. They're excited to tell the world about it. They're excited to put it all over Facebook. And so they type into Facebook, all the different audiences that they want to see that ad. So audience 1, audience 2, and this could be anything. If you're in the weight loss, it might be, weight loss keyword 1, or, a weight loss TV program, or a weight loss, celebrity. And you've got the different names, different audiences, an audience being just, a group of people who collectively like the same topic or collectively like the same, interest. And so you're showing your ad to all these people under one ad. And then guess what happens? You check your numbers and it looks like that ad didn't work. Right? It lost you money. You didn't make enough money on it. So that is that's an unperforming ad. It didn't work for you. But here's the problem. What you should have done is you should have duplicated that exact same ad, and instead of showing one to a bunch of different audiences and thinking it doesn't work, duplicate the ad and show each duplication to a different audience. And then guess what's going to happen? You're going to see that maybe audience 1, 2, 3, and 5 didn't work and didn't convert for whatever reason. But audience 4, that actually did well. You put $1 in and you got $2 out for everyone that saw your ad in audience 4. right? But you wouldn't have known that if you didn't test in this way. So now actually this ad that you thought didn't work, well, guess what? Within that, audience 4 is actually pretty good, but you didn't test enough. Does that make sense? So you've got to duplicate your ads and you've got to test everything. So duplicate your ad again and show it to females and show it to males, and you'll see which one works best. You ditch the one that's not working and you scale up the one that is working. Do the same with your age groups, 15 to 25, 25 to 35. Show it to different age groups. The exact same ad, by the way. You're not changing anything. And you'll see the one that is working the best. And then guess what? There's tons of different variables. I'm just showing you 3 very simple, very obvious examples. There's tons of different interests, tons of different variables to this. But if you test enough and you spend a bit of time showing your ad to a bunch of different people, you're going to find a winner. And then once you found a winner, you can scale that ad. So we know, based on this example, audience 4, who are male between 25 and 35, this works really well. Like every dollar we're throwing in, we're getting $3 back out. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to scale it up. We've ditched all the ones that didn't work. If you just set up an ad and collectively showed it to loads of people and it doesn't work, guess what? You're going to go away, disheartened, upset, frustrated, confused, like I was. This is the simple fix: is you find what's working within that ad that didn't work. Does that make sense? Go ahead and I know I'm going through this pretty quickly. Go ahead and put a yes in the questions box for me if this is making sense. It's really important that I know this is making sense for you guys. Go ahead and give me a yes in the questions box if that makes sense to you. Okay, cool. Everyone's saying yes. Awesome, cool stuff. So guess what? You do the same with do the same with your ads, right? Here's your ads. You've got a headline up here. You've got a headline up here. You've got your image. Do the same thing. Split test your image. Do the exact same ad. Show it to the exact same people, but with a different image, and you'll see which image works the best, and you ditch the ones that don't. Same with your headline. You'll do the same thing. You'll have a duplication of each ad, and you'll show one to headline 1, one with headline 2, and you're just changing the headline, and you're going to see which one works the best. You're going to scale that. You're going to ditch the rest. When you understand this, it actually gets quite fun because you're literally printing money. You're finding a way to ditch the ones that don't work, scale up the ones that do, and you're kind of printing money. It's really fun. You're literally creating money. You get to a point where you literally, on demand, like clockwork, you send Facebook $1 and they send you 2 or 3 back. You will get to that point if you do this testing. And how many times would you do that, right? How many times would you give $1 to Facebook to get 2 or 3 back? I'm pretty sure you do that a lot. Okay, so imagine you spend a couple of weeks. You just say, what, I'm committed to this. I'm going to spend a couple of weeks just testing. I put my ad up on Facebook, spend a couple of weeks just testing this thing, showing it to a bunch of different people, duplicating it a few different times, spend a couple of weeks testing it, find the winners, and scale them up. Now you literally have a near automated traffic machine pumping profitable traffic for you every single day. Once you get to that point, if you're willing to spend a bit of time just testing and tweaking, okay, and finding the winners, ditching the ones that don't, scaling the ones that do, you're going to be able to literally have a daily flow of traffic that will never stop. And you'll be able to do the stuff in your business that you actually enjoy doing, and you won't have to worry about the traffic side of it because it's going to be all automated for you. Okay, that's how we've got to these results, right? You're looking at some big numbers. Here we've reached over 3 million people, 137,000 people. Guess what? That didn't happen overnight. That happened because we tested small, we found the winners, and we scaled the winners, right? People look at our ads and they say, "Man, you're being seen by so many people, and your ads are everywhere. And how on earth are you doing it? How are you making all this money?" We started small. We literally, we started like you. We started newbies, and then we found something that worked, and we scaled it up. Does that make sense? That's how you can get to these big numbers. You don't just get to these big numbers straight away. You don't get to spending £153,000 on Facebook ads just out of nowhere, right? You get there from starting small and scaling up. Okay, so there's no reason, and I mean this with full confidence. I'm saying this with full confidence. There's no reason why every single one of you could not be, in the next few months, in the next couple of years, maybe spending, £1,000, £2,000 or dollars per day and making that profitable on Facebook. There's no reason why you couldn't. Maybe you'll start with $5 a day, then $10 a day, then 15, then 50, then 100. But you will be able to do it. If you're consistent with this, you will be able to get the same results as we did. Okay, there's no reason why you couldn't. Okay, and we're going to do this date range. In the last 14 months, that amount that we spent on Facebook ads, over 14 months, that's generated us $700,000 in income. This is literally from our merchant account. Screenshot right there, $700,000. Okay, Imagine that for you. It's ridiculous. So here's what I want to do. I wanted to give you that quick recap. For those of you who missed the first webinar, that was, just wanted to give you a quick recap of what we covered and how we set these kind of ads up and the best types of ads. But what we really want to do here and why you guys are here is to hear more from Jabril, right? Is that right? So go ahead and give me a yes in the questions box if you're excited to hear from Jabril. He's going to be, going over the top 10 smoking hot 100K Facebook ideas. He's going to get your creative juices flowing, and he's going to show you a bunch of different ways that you can make Facebook ads work for your business very easily, very quickly, and very inexpensively. Okay, he's going to show you some really, really cool stuff. And I mean when I say this, Jabril is the man. Like, he really is. If you guys think that, if you've seen all my stuff and you think I'm super, successful and all this stuff's great and all this stuff on Facebook you've seen, guess what? Jabril is the guy behind it. He taught me everything I know about Facebook ads. Okay, I've been able to spend $200,000 on Facebook ads and made that very, very profitable. I've done that because I learned from this guy right here. And you have the ability right now to sit down, pay attention, take notes, and learn from this guy for free right now. So it's going to be really, really cool. So with that, Jabril, let me pass it over to you, dude. If you're there, let us know, and I'm going to hand you the screen whenever you tell me you're ready. And
Can you hear me okay?
can hear you fantastic, man.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
You ready for me to make you presenter?
I sure am. Let me just take the naked ladies off my computer. I'll be ready.
Here we go. All right, is that you? You got it?
Yeah.
There we
Can you
go.
see my screen?
I can indeed see a screen, and there are no naked ladies, so that's fantastic. We'll keep it PG.
Well, everyone, thank you so much. John, thank you for the amazing introduction. I was like, wait, is he talking about me? Nah, that was such an amazing introduction. I'm excited to be with you here today. And I saw that it was about 50-50. Some of you guys were with us last week, and some of you guys are brand new and probably never even heard of me. And so today I just want to really get into the training, and let me take it away. But yeah, I was just randomly looking at this, and I actually do have Facebook stock myself, so I was quite happy with what's been going on. They're just talking about how they're blowing away the expectations of like all the financial analysts are like, oh, we think they'll do that well, and they're like, wow, they're because advertising is how Facebook makes the majority of its money. They're just like, they are just crushing. And they're like, because what Facebook has done, I don't want to make this too long, is they've really set the stage for traffic and keeping people engaged. I'm sure you guys have seen the Facebook Live videos. They've put so much energy into that. They're doing everything that they can do to make sure that people stay on Facebook as long as they can. And now, Facebook video was really non-existent, 3 years ago. They've put a lot of time in, and now, the majority of people are watching like their viral and fun videos through Facebook before they're even, because they don't need to leave the platform. But the main thing that, where YouTube still has the edge is by search. If you're searching for a specific phrase, then YouTube has a beat by a long shot, right? And so, but everything else, I was like, this Zuckerberg guy, he pretty much has some things figured out. So, there's benefits for both. But let me get into the presentation here. Let me open up whoops, you're seeing some of I've got so many examples for you. That's the end. I've got a wedding example, like there's so much. Let me open this up. And let me know, John, if you have any trouble, you can't hear me, things are not going smooth. And what I want to let you guys know is I'm going to go over two of the examples that I did last time. And I know that some of you have seen them, but I know, half of you haven't. So just keep that in mind. Bear with me. It'll be an extra 10 minutes, and you'll just get refreshed on it. But I have a bunch of new examples to share with you and teach. And I'm just excited. So let's get to it. And now this is something I will say to I'm blue in the face. Content is king. And the funny thing is, the formula is simple. You just have to put in the work. And what do I mean by that? My number one rule is understand your audience. Once you understand your audience, you can do anything. And let me show you, one specific campaign because there's so many niches to explore, and people kind of give that lip service. But today I want to show you how you could literally be making money with like a offer. Like Duracell battery. She'd be like, "What, bro? How? What? No way!" I'm gonna show you. And the affiliate game is huge. And one of the things that I love about the affiliate space is it's one way that you can get involved without having much upfront cash, right? And that's a beautiful thing. You can get your business started for very, very little. It's huge. But then also the product game is huge. You have a lot of leverage when you actually own the products, right? Then you can actually have affiliates of your own product, and you can do so many different things. But that's kind of like the next progression of things. Like John, right? John has his YouTube course. He has his own product, but he also does a lot of affiliate stuff because he knows it's super profitable. And if you can balance, your game as you're going on, it's amazing. But one of the first things I tell people is, learn the affiliate game. It's the way that I recommend. But let's talk about the formula real quick for Facebook ads. Number one, you can go from a Facebook ad to a blog post, to your offer, whatever it is that you're selling. And then you might go to a Facebook ad to your funnel, then to your offer, or you might go Facebook ad directly to your offer. And it really, there's a time and a place for each one of these, right? A time and a place. If you're selling a $22 dress, right? You might be selling like a princess dress, $22, and you don't really need to convince somebody why they need this Esmeralda, Disney princess dress. It's like, hey, this is this awesome dress. It's for this super low price. Buy it, right? And it's straightforward. But now, let's say, for example, you want to sell something like a credit card. It's probably not something you're going to go, people add, hey, get this great credit card. People, no, whatever, maybe. Like they have to have a reason, have to be inspired. They have to understand why, right? Or maybe you're selling a business opportunity. If you just say, hey, my products are, $2,000, or to go all in is $25,000, they're gonna be like, nah, I'm probably good. But like if you have a funnel in place, right, to warm them up and educate them why it would be in their best interest, then that's what you can do. And I just want to show you some of the examples here real quick. So, you got this handsome fella here called John, and so I wanted to show you like examples of what you could be doing. So this is something, he has a product. We're selling the YouTube course. Many of you guys are familiar with it. And so we have the long copy. It works amazing as long as you have all of the elements in it. We call it a hypnotic story structure. And so, and that's something that we teach. I mean, you have this whole long thing, and we actually have, we have it all laid out so you don't miss anything within it. And so you have that story. And I just want to show you here, like here's one of the campaigns, right? So 47 pence per conversion. And you can see like, okay, how's it doing with women? How's it doing with men, right? So women are a little bit more expensive for John, unfortunately. But the men, and then so you can start to see like, okay, this is what's working over here. This is what's working over here for the same amount of money. And then you get to scale up different things. But one of the other things is like, how big is your audience? How much can you scale it? And so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about, but it's so easy. Man, John has just incredible numbers because he focuses on content. I want to talk a little bit about content structuring, of how to, structure. Actually, before I go any further, would it be useful if I show you guys how to structure the content? Like, give me a yes if that would be useful to you. I can't even see. Hold on. Oops. Ooh. Now I'm trying to get back to the screen. There we go. John, can you tell me yes? I can't even get back to it. I'm trying to pull up the GoToWebinar, but I can't find it.
You can't go back to it? Oh, just click down the very bottom. There's a little orange flower. And what are you trying to get to, sorry?
Yeah. The questions. I was trying to get to the questions, but Like if people, I was asking if it's gonna be useful to them. I just didn't want to try to do it or not. Like if I show them how to structure,
Oh,
the ads.
you've got people going nuts in here, man. Heck yes, 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 yes. Please, please, please. Awesome, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, people are going nuts. I don't know why you can't see the questions box. That's weird. But anytime you ask a
Yeah, yeah.
question, I'll let you know what they're saying.
All right, cool, awesome. I'll get back to it. So, and now I want to talk about, like, excuse me for like I know my graphics don't look as good. You might be like, why does half of your presentation look pretty and the other half doesn't? I'll just tell you straight up. I have like one of my assistants help me with my presentation, and like I put in the words, and this is how it looks when I do it. And so you like the rest of it looks pretty, and I had an extra slide that I wanted to put in. I was like, ah, so that's why it looks so funny. And so here we go. No affiliate links on Facebook. I want to talk about how not to get your account banned, right? So there's a lot of things that you can do and can't do, and especially if you're in like the biz ops space, if you're doing affiliate marketing. And I want to just tell you the reason behind it. So you might have an affiliate link, and then also probably maybe 2,000 other people have an affiliate link for it as well. And so not everyone follows the rules, but the way Facebook judges it is they say, hey, anything from that link is pretty much bad. So if one bad apple ruins everything, then you can't advertise. So that's why a lot of times they'll say like no affiliate offers, no biz op stuff. It's because like one bad apple will kind of ruin it for everyone. So one of the things, and then John speaks on this probably a little bit later, is you can use things like ClickFunnels or lead pages or just your own blog, your own hosted. If you don't understand what that means, it's not that important right now. It's something easy to learn. So basically no affiliate links. And now another thing, you can't have claims. So you can't say, hey, I'm going to show you how to lose 30 pounds in the next 30 days for ads. Facebook doesn't like claims, and then you would get your ads suspended. But you could say, I have lost 30 pounds doing X, Y, and Z. See, you're talking about yourself versus having a claim of what what will happen, because that's kind of assuming that every person will have that same result, and it's not true. So that's one of the reasons you can't have claims. And if you do, you have to talk about your own personal story. And then also, Facebook doesn't, like I was saying, doesn't allow income opportunity. But there are so many people that advertise successfully on there doing income opportunities and affiliate offers and everything under the sun, is because they promote themselves first, right? Because when you're doing things, I'll give you another little bit of, this might be a little next level for you, but when you're promoting something, typically, you want to brand yourself or whatever it is that you're branding. So when you're putting all this money into advertising, when you're putting all of this time into content, if you brand yourself, no matter what happens to the affiliate offer or the company, you still have your audience. But if you go gung-ho promoting the company, and this is next level kind of thing, you're probably going to figure out over time, like, wow, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. And John will tell you that, himself too. You want to brand yourself first, because you're putting in the money. You want to have a return on the. John is going to be talking about how you can continue to earn on the money that you spend today, a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. And John will teach you how to structure that. Now I want to go through some travel examples. And I know some of you guys have seen this, but I'm going to run through it quick because some of you have, right? Why not to go to a direct to your offer? So the offer here is a credit card ad, right? Chase credit card, MasterCard credit card, whatever that it is, this is how they pretty much look. It's not too personalized, right? You can see it. Now, Formula One, option one, is Facebook ad to a blog post to your offer. And I want to talk to you so how you can structure it and have a very successful campaign. So for example, this is me offering the credit card. And so I have this post. It says, how do I get free flights, no BS? This is a very straightforward method for free flights, and the majority of the flights I take during the year, I pay for. So I let them know, not all flights, because I take like sometimes 30, 40 flights in a year. I don't have that many free miles. But I explain to them, I'm like, hey, on my blog, I'm going to explain to you how I get free flights. They're like, what? That sounds amazing. It sounds like it's too good to be true. And it's pretty much that credit card offer. If people knew how miles work, you could get a free trip. But the credit card's not explaining it to the people, right? And so when you do things that educate people, and it's more engaging, so they see these guys on vacation, living up, having a good time, and they see this text like, what? I want to have a good time and free flights to my destination. Sign me up. Sign me up, right? And so I want to talk about, from here, you see the blog post link, and I say how to do it. They're like, okay, I'm listening. So then I create this whole blog post explaining how this credit card works. And this is actually the specific credit card that I have specifically, right? And so for, as you saw, it's 50,000 miles for the card, but here it's 35,000 miles for a round trip ticket. I'm from Chicago, so San Juan, Puerto Rico, your toes are in the sand, having a great time. And most people have just no idea how these credit cards work. And if people were educated, they'd be like, oh my God, I'm signing up. So I'm just gonna tell you kind of the benefits so you could see why people get so excited. So this card comes with 50,000 miles. Like, people are probably gonna go sign up for this credit card now. 50,000 miles you get, right? And then you also get first class. So you know when in the airlines where you have to wait in line with everyone, here you get to check in with the first class check-in. You get like you get a bag for free, so you don't have to pay for your bag, and all these benefits just by getting the card. And what do you have to do to qualify? You have you pay after you spend your first dollar, and it does have like a $95 or something annual fee. But other than that, and then so when people are like, oh my God, a round trip ticket to Puerto Rico, and I explain all the other details of like, hey, I have this credit card, and they're like, what about interest? What about if I get into credit card debt? And I show them, hey, as long as you pay it off in full, you're not having any interest, right? And I show them my statements and everything. I get really detailed, right? Value, explaining to people, value-driven posts. So from the blog post, so link, and then you put the link to your offer in your blog post. And so the thing is, it's a little bit more work, but I want to show you the numbers, right? Don't be lazy and it will pay off. Create specific content for your audiences, and how-to information does very well because you stand out from the crowd of the people that are just like, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And then verse coming from, how can I serve you? How can I help you, right? And it's easy out here. I hate to say the word easy, but people are lazy, so it's easy out here. But let me show you an example here real quick, right? So you've got the credit card, and credit cards normally pay anywhere from like $100 to $300. So I just want to go through these numbers. So say you have MasterCard, they spend billions of dollars on commercials and all of the different types of advertisements. So they're like, hey, affiliates, we will pay you $125 for each new card member that you can bring us, right? And I'm going to go over many different examples here. $125 per affiliate. If you start doing more sales, they'll give you more money. And for the credit cards, the approval process, I'll be upfront and blunt. It can be, you got to have your blog up, you got to have a little traffic, because they're like, okay, who is sending us these people for credit cards, right? But I'm going to show you other offers where you can sign up and there's no requirements whatsoever. So let's look at these numbers. The numbers are what really make things happen. So for each website click, I'm paying 4 cents a click. I mean, just for clicks to the post, I'm paying like a penny. And so one of the things that you can see here is really high, my click-through rate. Why is the click-through rate 21.71%, almost 22%, right? So on a low end, like let's just say 1 out of every 5 people that see my ad in a timeline are clicking. Now generally, an amazing ad, when I talk to Facebook every week, sometimes almost every day during the Monday through Friday, I'm just always going, I have phone support so I can call people directly. I have a direct line to Facebook. When you spend a lot of money, they kind of treat you a little different. And then everyone can get to that stage though. And so they tell me across the board, 1% click-through rate is great. They're like, if someone's getting 1% click-through rate, they're doing a good job with things. But a lot of people get 0.5%. So imagine, right? If you saw that Chase credit card offer with like, hey, 50,000, you're probably looking at, you'd probably skip over. It's only like a small percentage of people that are going to click it. But if you see that big, elaborate, helpful post, you're going to want to click it. And then here's the big difference: $2. Like, so I'm paying 4 cents a click. I can pretty much guarantee you if Chase or whoever was running that ad, they're paying about $2 for each click while I'm paying 4 cents. The reason why? Because they have to show the ad 200 times, right? If they're getting 0.5%, and they only have to show it 5 times to get a click from me. Are you seeing that in Facebook rewards? And on top of that, they're like, if 1 out of every 5 is clicking, he must be giving them an amazing experience. And Facebook is all about user experience. Is the content something relevant that people want to see? That is the name of the game for Facebook, because they know long term, the longer that you're on there, the better the experience, the more you're going to click on stuff, the happier you're going to be, the more you're going to come back to their platform, right? Is that making sense? And now let's just talk numbers real quick, and I'm going to run through all these other examples. So MasterCard, right? $1.25 a person for each person that you sign up. And then I'm paying 4 cents per website click, right now. And on a high end, let's say it takes 100 clicks, but the offer is so good it doesn't take 100. But let's just say on a high end, 100 clicks for 1 sale. You know, there's more really like 1 out of 20, because when they see the offer. Now, let's say, so 100 clicks, you know, so 100 times 4 cents is $4 for every $125 sale. Like, how crazy is that? Because I'm taking the extra time to really put in the work and offer value to people, right? So let's say now I up the advertising spend to $20 a day, and that would equal 5 sales. That's $625 a day. But let's minus the $20 in ad spend, but that's still $605 profit per day with a simple offer, just by doing these type of things. In a week, $4,235 in a week. And in 1 month, $16,000, basically $17,000, so $16,900. Or in 1 year with like one simple offer, maybe over time, like the numbers would, you know, fizzle out a little bit, which they do with campaigns. But I mean, you know, pretty much 200 grand with one simple offer, right? And that's just one thing. I'm about to go with like through 8 more of these with you, but that's just one simple thing. Is that making sense to people, John? Can you let me know if that's making sense to them?
Yeah, man, I'm sure it is, guys. I'm already seeing people flooding the question box. Everyone's answering your question anyway. Yes, yes, yes. Loving it. Great. Let's do this. Yeah, everyone's loving it, man.
All right, cool. Let me get back to it. I know we've got time. So here's another quick example I wanted to show you. And I know the guys that have been on before have seen this, but after this, it's 100% new examples. So here was another example of an ad. I have to block out the person because I can't have people going to the page and copying the exact thing. But this was an offer for something called Ebates. And then so Ebates basically is a website that allows you to get cash back on your offers. So the way that this worked is it was a Groupon offer, and then Ebates had this 15% cashback special. So in a short, you know, this person had booked a trip for $551, and it included a 5-star hotel, all meals and snacks, drinks, transfer to the hotel, up to $200 resort coupon, and the flight, right? So people are like, $551, what? That's crazy, but it's true. And then they're like, how, Sway? How is that happening? So then there's the blog post to show them, right, educate them. Not like, hey, so if this was just like, hey, go sign up for Ebates, they'd be like, what's Ebates? Well, how does this work? Like, no. But when you give them like actual content of how it works, and then a blog post that explains, they're like, sign me up. Why didn't you tell me about this earlier? And people are like, because no one ever explained it to me like this, right? So from the Facebook ad, and then the blog post that explains how it all works, everything, and then to the offer after the blog post, right? And they go sign up, and like, let me talk about these numbers, right? Because I just like being factual. What are the numbers? Like, this is actual, you know, real campaign that, you know, that was running, and as you can see here, this is here, you know, June, July. And so for the, and as you can see, like, and they pay out by PayPal. And pretty much for every like $1,000 that we spend, we get about like 8,000 back. So like put 1 in and then get 8 back. And I would say I am a little bit better than most when it comes to ads. So my numbers are a little bit better, but it's so, I shouldn't use the word easy because it does take work just to, you know, develop the skills. But once you have down these formulas, because the reason a lot of people don't make money because they have the wrong formulas in place. They're trying to go directly to the offers. They're trying to like be hypey and hype. And I was like, yo, if you're actually just good people and teach people some good stuff and actually educate them, people respond really well. It's a foreign concept, I know. Like people want to just go straight to the money, but if you do that, you'll blow yourself away, and it feels better because you're like, wow, I'm not being all sleazy and trying to trick people. It's like, wow, I'm doing great work, right? And so, and here's just like another example. And like here, I was paying 20 cents a website click. Not bad. And as you can see, the click-through rate, 14%, 14 times higher than the great numbers that they say, right? But like, let's take a look, right? So it's just crazy. And on this campaign, because campaigns are so simple, I spent less than like 10 hours on this campaign. And it's something I can run over and over. Like sometimes I pause it for a month and then start it back up. So like, some of the similar people are not seeing it. But it's like, and you can do so many of these different campaigns. And so the way their pay structure works is each person that you get to sign up for their thing, you make $5, but then each 100 people that you sign up, you get a like basically depending on the how many people, it's like like a $2,000 bonus. And so it becomes very profitable, very easy, and you keep signing people up. And the thing about Ebates, if you don't understand what it is, it's so you could be shopping on Amazon, you could be shopping on, Ebates might owe me a check for this, man. I could give you my affiliate link for this. But Ebates, basically, if you shop on Amazon or like I shop on Expedia, that purchase that you make, all you use is the referral link from Ebates, and then you get cash back on your purchase because they're acting as an affiliate. And then what Ebates does is because they're like, hey, we want to inspire people to use our affiliate links, and they have a network of like 1,000 different things, is they split that with you basically. So they're like, wow, cash back. And they've been around since, it's a $1 billion company. It's crazy, crazy. But anyway, let's go through some more examples. Are you guys familiar with ClickBank? Hands up, John, can you tell me, like, give me a number one if you guys are familiar with ClickBank.
Yeah, man, I can see tons of ones coming in. People saying yes, loads of ones. Yep, looks like people are pretty familiar.
Cool. So, like, if you guys are not familiar with ClickBank, it's just an affiliate network. So people like that have products. So John might have a YouTube course, and he's like, hey, I want to put it on ClickBank. And so everyone that sells my product, I'll give them a percentage. So if you send me a qualifying person that buys my product, I want to reward you, I'm going to give you a percentage. So here is an example, right? There's a Spanish course, and so they're paying people that can refer products to them. So like, and the thing is, I say, go to where you're good at and what niches. And the thing is, I just want to open your mind to like, there's not just these one little niches. It's infinite on the internet. And so let's say Spanish, for example. Now, this course, you get paid $105 for each person that, on average, that makes a purchase of this Spanish course. So you might be like, oh my God, I only know, Tom and Bob that really want to learn Spanish. How am I going to get anyone that learns Spanish? Facebook, mi amigo, Facebook. That amigo is friend in Spanish, if you didn't know. You see, my Spanish is really good. And so I just want to talk about this. So all of the people that live in, I put Colombia, I put Costa Rica, I put Spain, and I put Panama, right? So the people that speak English in these countries, so typically they're going to be expats, they're going to be people that want to speak Spanish, right? And so I was like, wow, that would be, you could put together, and I would say, use the product. You want to be a product of the product a lot of times, right? So you're using the product, you know what it's about, you know how to explain it, and then you'd be like, an ad on Facebook, learn, how I learned Spanish in 2 weeks when I never thought I could learn Spanish. It was always so intimidating to me, but it all changed when I learned these 3 things, right? And someone in their timeline's like, oh, that sounds like me. I want to learn Spanish. And so then they click, your post, and then you say, hey, I explain further in my blog, or come to my website, opt in, and then I'll give you my top 3 secrets. And then, then you're collecting the email data, and so you can have a list, because the money and power is in the list when you can, and I'll talk about retargeting. Even if you send them to your blog, you could retarget them and then put them in your list. That's a little bit more advanced, but I'll explain it, right? So let's look at the numbers here. 5.7 million people who speak English and that are in these countries. And there's even more targets that you could be targeting. But think about that. 5.7 million people. And like, as I showed you with the numbers, how many people that are like ripe, right? You're just getting in at the right place at the right time. How many people do you think would buy it? You have 5.7 million people to reach. It's crazy. Like, let's take another example here, right? So here is a wood class. So this guy teaches people how to carve and do wood type of things. Me, I'm not a handyman. I guess I'm not a real man. I barely know how to hit a hammer, but I do know how to move the keys on the computer. Like, honestly, I don't know if I know how to change my tire, but it is what it is. I know how to move my fingers on these computers. So probably not something I should have admitted, that I don't know how to change a tire. Anyways, back to here. This guy is paying out, and one of the great things about ClickBank is there's this number down here. It's called Gravity. It says GRAV, and that will let you know that people are buying this. It's not a theory. It's not maybe. No, people are buying this every single hour of the day, and so you don't have to question it. Yes.
Just one thing that would be really helpful is when you're pointing out things like gravity or showing the interest, if you could just use the cursor on your computer to just show that, because it's obviously quite small on the slide. So if you could just
you know, I don't have but you know, like when I have full screen, let me take it out of full screen. So can you still see my screen, guys?
Oh, I can, but it's the slides are going to be really, really small now. What, you can't move your cursor when it's in full screen?
Well, because like you're just clicking to the next slide, so you can't move the cursor in full screen.
Oh, there is a way to turn it on, but I'm not sure how to do it while we're live. Okay, no, that's cool then. I'd probably put it back in full screen. That would be better with no cursor.
Okay, but it's down here. Like gravity is down here before I go back in. So this is where it is.
Cool,
Thanks for that, John. Yeah,
that's right.
We're not that technically savvy.
It shows that not everything works right, but we can still make money online.
Yeah, and so, but down here, that gravity number, if you're ever looking on ClickBank and you want to see like what the top selling products are for that category, you'll be able to see. And so this is, and I say men would typically be building with their hands, you know, the woodsman. And I was just shocked. I was like, people are buying this? I was like, numbers don't lie. And so then I went and looked, and then I was like, all right, so Home Depot, for you guys that are not familiar, you might be in the UK. John, what would a Home Depot be in the UK? Because I'm pretty sure you're familiar. It's just like a big.
It'd probably be a B&Q.
Yeah. So B&Q, whatever that is. But I can do an English accent too. So yeah, if it's B&Q, what you'd have is B&Q and see what kind of audience they have. But Home Depot here, they've got 5.3 million, and I did men, and that's the thing you can really target in. It's men that are selected, and then also HGTV, which is like people looking to do home renovations and all of that type of thing. And I did the men who watch it, and you've got 2.6 million people. And then they're in the market. You're not just targeting the whole wide world. You're targeting people that would be interested in what it is that you're doing. I'm talking about woodwork. Maybe you're a handyman. Maybe you like this kind of thing, right? And that's why they're making products. Nobody's putting all their time to make a product for the audience that's not there. So it's such an amazing thing. But let me show you another example. I'm telling you, you could go on. I just want to really expand your mind here. So you've got wedding, you there? But let me go back to my regular voice because now we're back in America talking about Beverly Hills. And so I want to talk about local businesses. Maybe you have a local business and you're like, how can I explode my business? Whatever. Johnny's Photography has all the business in town. Everybody knows them. Everybody's referring. I'm brand new in the space. How can I really make a splash? Well, you force it, right? And how do you force it? You advertise, but in a cool way. So now, for this example, it's a wedding day, right? So you're gonna have to have, even if you have to do some wedding photography for free, some filming for free, you're gonna have to let people know that you can shoot some good pictures and do some videos, right? You can't just be like, hey, I can, actually, if you're a good salesman, you probably could make it happen. But if you want the most engaging content, this is kind of something that I would envision would happen. You have this beautiful wedding photo of a couple that have used your services, and they're like, wow, I am so happy that the most important day of my life was captured by someone that I trust. You know, you can't put this thing to chance. I'm so happy, you know, Johnny's photography of Beverly Hills has done this for me. I'm so grateful. And then they're like, the women are like, wow, I need someone I can trust. I'm getting married. I need something like this, right? And so now I want to talk about how do you target the right people? So this is where Facebook is truly magnificent. Magnificent. Is so if, say for example, you were doing it on TV, you're like, I might as well just advertise it to everyone and hope I get a few people who are getting married, right? Or they're running a wedding special TV show, but there'll be so many people that are not. But here on Facebook, so we've got Beverly Hills, California, and they have 1.8 million women from the ages of 23 to 50 years old within a 25 miles of Beverly Hills. So you might be saying, wow, that's great, I get to reach 1.8 million women. But you have to think about how many of those women are not getting married. And you're wasting advertising views on them because they're not interested, they're not getting married, you can't offer it. But here's where it gets good. The women on Facebook, some of the happiest days in their life, they said, oh my God, I said yes. Look how many likes I got. Probably the most likes a woman is ever gonna get when they get married, when they get engaged, when they have a kid, or when they buy a house. Women look forward to a lot of likes and feeling special, right? So they all put that data into Facebook, and that's advertisers are like, yes, give it to me, baby. We've got the keys. The major key is like detailed targeted data. So now it goes down from 1.8 to 47,000. And you only have the most targeted women who are prime for your offer. Are you seeing, John, is that making sense to people? Like targeting in versus trying to like just throw crap against the wall and hope it sticks?
Dude, I love it, man. This is the biggest problem that I've seen people do, you know, and I was doing it as well, trying to show my ads to just everyone that I possibly could. When just hone in, like now that you've honed in on people who are engaged, like they want to see your ad. They're now thinking about, gosh, I need a wedding photographer. I wonder where I'm going to go for that. And then this ad pops up from someone with perfect timing. I mean, this 47,000 will be so much more targeted than that huge audience. I love this stuff, dude. This gets me riled up.
No, and the thing is, here's the funny thing, because this is the difference between the amateurs and the professionals. Because the thing is, you got to think about it. Like, let's look at a real life scenario. A wedding photographer wants to be the best wedding photographer they can be. They don't know anything about ads typically, right? They're like, oh, I'm taking pictures. I know how to do a few things. I hope my friends and family and my clients will send me some, you know, verse like, no, I am going to run this like a machine. I am good at what I do, but I'm not leaving this to chance that I'm going to get some referrals. I am going to create business. And now these 47,000 people, here's the biggest difference. And now let's just say someone hears Facebook ads work well. They don't know how to go in and target and just go deep and get to the engaged. They're just like, oh, you know, women in, you know, Beverly Hills, they set up the ad, or they might not even know, they just put everyone. And then they also might not separate it with like mobile devices versus, you know, desktop. Like there's so many little details that make a campaign successful. And literally, this is no joke. The person with 1.8 will probably pay about $3 a click, right? And now this person with the 47,000 might pay 25 cents a click, right? 20 cents, 25 cents, depending on how good their ad is. But like John, mathematics, the other people can't compete. They might try it for like a week and they're like, this is not working. And they'll spend way more money and have no results. But this person B, just because they know how to play the game, they've spent less, they've got better clients, and they've had a more successful campaign. Isn't that crazy? John saying yes in his head, he's unmuting himself, but anyway.
I love it, bro.
I want to go on. But let's go through another example here. Because I just want to show you like how crazy this is. So here we have, parents, right? So there's this product on ClickBank, and as you can see, the gravity here, it has some gravitational pull. So this product is potty training. and they're making $32 a sale. People are like, what? People are making money with potty training? Yes, it's a fact, the numbers. And so parents, right? A lot of parents are like, oh my God, like, how do I potty train my kid? And so now, one of the things that you could do with detailed targeting, do you want to target, the here, 0 to 2 year olds, like the 1 and 2 year olds, and there's an audience of like close to 8 million parents with kids at this age, and this was just in Canada and United Kingdom and United States. But how big is that? And that's exactly their problem. Like, oh my God, how can I get little Johnny to stop crapping his pants? I want him to go to the party. And then all magically, you pop up in the timeline with, hey, this is how I helped my kids stop, pooing in the wrong places. That just sounds funny. And then here's the great thing with affiliate offers. You don't even have to create the offer. You don't have to collect the payment. It's like everything's done for you. The sales presentation, as you can see here, there's already a proven presentation that you're just maybe putting a little bit of information of how you applied it, and then you send it, and then it converts for you, and you get paid. And then you're able to target in on these specific people, right? It's genius. And like, you can do this for so many niches. But I can go on. I'm going to probably do one more just for time, and then at the end of it, we'll go through some more. So here are people like, self-help, right? Here's another little niche. So $25 a sale, and it says it's crushing, right? Look at the gravitational pull, 163. That means that's selling like gangbusters. And so here you have, like, the self-help industry is huge. People that believe in, like, numerology and like, just universal pull and everything. You write a post, same formula, same thing, boom. And then they come here and they see the, compelling sales copy, like, which you don't have to actually be good at. You're just educating, like, you're the messenger. You're the middleman, passing them off, having successful campaigns. And then they're like, wow, who's sending all this traffic? They actually know what they're doing. But anyway, I'm going to stop right there for now, John, and then I'll come back at the end because I know I've been going for a while, and I know it's probably a lot for people to take in, and I want to be able to answer questions for people. So does that sound good for you?
Very cool, man. Very, very cool. Okay, cool. Let me take the I'll take the screen back here real quick then. Make myself presenter. Can you see my screen again?
Yes, I can. And someone asked where that picture is. That is in Guadalupe, Colombia.
Cool, cool. Hey, dude, good stuff, man. I love it, and I'm looking forward to the other stuff that you've got to share with us here in a moment. Hey, do us a favor, everyone. Let me know if that was helpful. Go down to the questions box. Go ahead and give me a yes, maybe even a no if it wasn't. That's cool. Go ahead and give Jabril a yes if that was helpful, if that was cool, if that was exciting, if that got your creative juices flowing. If you're starting to see, what's important here, guys, is you need to see the potential with Facebook ads. Like, literally, the potential on Facebook is unmatched. Like, you can sell anything in the Facebook newsfeed. That's something that Jabril is good at. Like, the stuff that Jabril does with Facebook, you can apply it to anything. He's shown you local businesses, ClickFunnels offer, eBay, insurance, credit cards. It doesn't matter. Like, whatever you're promoting, whatever you're selling, you can apply it to Facebook. Facebook is big enough. The audience is huge enough. The audience targeting is just absolutely insane, so that you can drill down and find the perfect customers for what it is you're promoting. So even if you're brand new, guys, the stuff Jabril teaches, you can apply it to that. So that's really, really cool. And just to encourage you, Jabril, everyone's saying yes, perfect, very helpful, superb, awesome ideas, helpful. Well, cool stuff. Well, what we're actually going to do, guys, is Jabril is not going just yet. I'm going to take you through, if you guys are happy with it, I'm going to take you through Social Traffic Blueprint, and then Jabril is going to come back and give you a bunch more ideas, and we're also going to have an extended Q&A period where we're going to answer all your questions about Facebook ads as well. Does that sound good? Go ahead and give me a yes in the questions box if you guys are cool with me explaining a little bit about something we've got called Social Traffic Blueprint. Give me a yes in the questions box if that's cool with you. I want to make sure that's it's actually valuable for you to hear. But I literally feel like the kid in this picture. Me and Jabril are like so darn excited about Social Traffic Blueprint. It's going to change so many people's lives. And we're very, very excited to tell you about it. And I can see tons of yeses. Everyone's saying yes. Arthur's saying F yes again. I love it, dude. That's so cool. John says great. Everyone's saying cool. Okay, awesome. And who saw that question there? Danish says, "Is that your daughter?" I'm afraid not. No, it's not. I do not have any kids, and I'm not looking for any kids anytime soon. But this is the cutest little kid I've ever seen. So cool. I appreciate that, guys. Let me get into Social Traffic Blueprint because we opened this up literally for the first time ever about a week or so ago, right? And people have been going nuts for it. We did 2 webinars. And we opened up 50 spots on each webinar, and we're pretty much full. We've got a few more spots left. So you guys that are here on this webinar, this is your last chance to get in, and hopefully you'll get one of those last spots. And we're going to take you on the ride of your life, and we're going to change your life in the process. It's going to be really, really cool. What we're basically doing is we're doing a 5-week live coaching program teaching you this stuff in detail, right? If this stuff gets you excited, if this stuff gets you fired up and you're thinking, you know what, this seems like the answer to me. Facebook ads seems like the answer. Jabril and John seem like the mentors that I want to have. Then guess what? We want to be that mentor for you. And we want to coach you live for 5 weeks and turn you into an absolute Facebook ninja. It's going to be so, so cool. I had to twist Jabril's arm to do this because, in all honesty, and this is a true story, Jabril really is behind the scenes to the point where he just does this stuff. And he, as much as he loves to teach and train, he prefers to spend his time actually just doing it, like just doing Facebook ads, just making a ridiculous amount of money with Facebook ads. And so this is a bit of a personal favor, actually, to do a training program with me where I'm going to orchestrate this training. But Jabril is just going to teach you everything he knows. He's going to brain dump on you and just show you everything you need to do to make Facebook ads work for your business. Even if you're brand new and you're sitting here thinking, I have no idea what where to go from here. Jabril's going to teach you. I'm going to teach you in this coaching, okay? Because here's what's going to be different in STB than anything else you've seen, right? And what I saw that was missing from other courses that I've been through on the topic of Facebook. The first thing is you need a complete course. The courses that I were going through, they were so incomplete, right? I was following training programs and then setting up my Facebook ads, and I wasn't getting any results. And it wasn't until Jabril came along and taught me and showed me what I was doing wrong that my ads started to be successful, right? And started to make me money. So the courses I was going through were incomplete. I was getting stuck, I was hitting problems, and there wasn't any training to help me through that, right? There wasn't any coaching and mentorship. You need coaching and you need mentorship. You need someone who's actually going to guide you and show you exactly how to do something. And you need ongoing support. It's not good enough to just go through training and that be it, right? You need training and you need ongoing support. And that's what's missing from all these other programs, and that's what's not missing from STB, okay? Because think about it. If you really want to learn something, what do? You get a coach or you get a mentor. You don't, fumble around in the dark. If you want to get fit, you get a personal trainer, okay? If you try it yourself, we all know that's not going to work out well for you. If you really want to do it, you've got to get a personal trainer. If you want to learn a language, you get a language coach. If you want to play an instrument, you hire a music teacher. If you want to learn Facebook marketing, you work with proven mentors, okay? And hopefully you'll see myself and Jabril as those people for you, okay? And like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to take a small group of students and we're literally going to transform them into complete Facebook marketing rock stars, even if you're brand new, okay? So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the 5 weeks live coaching and mentorship with Jabril and myself. And here's how it's going to run. Live coaching session number 1 is called Foundation Fortunes. This is where we set the foundation for your new business, okay? Or if you've got an existing business and you just purely want traffic, we're going to show you how to set the foundations for your Facebook ads and for your Facebook business, right? You've got to have good roots in the ground. You have to. Okay, we're going to show you the do's and don'ts. You may hear about people getting their Facebook ad accounts shut down. Okay, you may have heard of that. People getting their ads, disapproved. Guess what? That doesn't happen to me. It doesn't happen to Jabril because we do things in the right way. Okay, so we're going to show you how to set up your foundations right. Okay, how to set up your ads in the right way. Okay, how to get your fan page in place, how to set up all the SEO stuff so we can get free traffic as well as a result of our ads. Okay, so session 1 is all about getting the foundation set for your, fingers crossed, $100,000 per year business, or or higher than that. You may do far better than that. But that's our goal for you, and we believe we can do that. And this is the first session, right? Session 2 is Facebook Ad Factory. This is the cool stuff. This is where we actually get into the meat and potatoes, and we're going to show you how to set up effective ads, right? We're going to take you step by step, okay? By the end of coaching session 2, you will have effective ads ready to run on Facebook, whether you choose the video route, whether you choose to set up an image ad, whether you choose to set up a story ad where you write out some text and you tell a story in that text. However you want to set up ads, we're going to show you all the different types of ads that you can run. We're going to show you which is the best ad that is perfectly fitted to your industry, to your market, to your audience, and we're going to get those ads ready to show to the world. Okay, is that cool? We're going to do that already by session 2. Then session 3, you guessed it, we're going to let those ads roll. Okay, we're actually going to get that ad out to the world. We're going to show your new ad to everyone that needs to see it. Okay, and we're going to start getting some results. And then guess what we're going to do? We're going to start testing and tweaking, and we're going to find those winners, and we're going to scale them up, and we're going to start making you some money with your business. Okay, live coaching session 4 is called the hidden treasure. Okay, there is about 5, 6, or 7 different ways that I make additional income from my Facebook ads that people don't tend to focus on, right? I call it the hidden treasure because most people focus on the immediate ROI of their ads. They look at their ad and go, okay, I'm putting $1 in and I'm getting $1.50 out. That's not quite as much as I was expecting. If you take a moment and look at your hidden treasure, there's about 6 different things you can do. You can be making far more money from your ads, and it's stuff that normally goes unseen and unutilized. Okay, so it's a whole nother topic, but in a nutshell, in session 4, we're going to show you how we make 6 figures worth of additional income from free. Yes, I'm telling you right, free traffic from Facebook. Okay, so yes, you're going to set up paid ads, and yes, we're doing Facebook ads, but there's also a way to get tons of free traffic as well. And that's the hidden treasure. And I'm going to show you that in session 4. Session 5 is called scaling for domination. Guess what? You've got your ads running. They're starting to make some money. They're starting to bring some results in. Well, guess what? We're going to start finding the winners. We're ditching the losers. We're looking through our numbers. We're finding the stuff that's working, and we're going to scale that up. Does that sound exciting? And then we're also going to give you a bonus coaching session, which we're calling Newbie Zone. Okay, Newbie Zone is where we're going to take you. If you're looking at this training and you're feeling like, you know what, this sounds exciting, this sounds really cool, I can get on board with this, I feel like John and Jabril are the guys for me, but I'm just brand new. Like, I'm ridiculously new. I don't know what to promote. I don't even know what I'm going to sell. I don't know what offer to go for. Guess what? We're going to show you all of that in Newbie Zone. Okay, and that first coaching session is actually happening tomorrow. It's literally happening tomorrow. Okay, so by tomorrow you'll be very clear on what you're going to promote. Okay, if you join us for bonus coaching session Newbie Zone, by the end of that coaching session, you will know how you're going to make money online. You will know. Okay, we're going to give you so many ideas. We're gonna show you how you can actually make this thing work. And that means that before the proper coaching starts, before session 1, you'll be in the know. You'll be very clear on how you're going to be able to build $100,000 per year business. You'll be very clear on it because we're going to show you how to do that in Newbie Zone. Does that sound cool? So I'm going to be facilitating this training, but the real mastermind behind it, the real genius behind it, is Jabril. He is the Facebook ad master. I will be chiming in as and when is necessary, but really it's Jabril that's going to be taking you through this step by step by step. And don't worry about his slides. Like he said, he has an assistant go through those and put them together. So when it comes to this training, it's going to be so step by step. You're not going to be able to miss anything. It's going to be absolutely perfect. Okay. You're also going to get access to what we're calling the super members area. If that coaching wasn't enough, 5 weeks with myself and Jabril, okay, to turn you into a ninja. My audio's gone. Can you guys hear me? I feel like my audio's gone. Yeah, I've gone onto a different computer. I had a backup computer, so I love having backup computers, man. My things actually just dropped. So this is so cool. I'm so glad I actually had a backup computer. Can you see my screen again now?
Yes, I can, sir. Not at the moment. It'll probably take a second or two, but
Very cool. Oh, what a lifesaver, man. I had a backup computer. So my laptops just crashed. So how cool is it that I got a backup? So let me just get back to where I was on these slides. Um, So yeah, like I was saying, guys, like if the 5 weeks of live coaching with myself and Jabril wasn't enough for you, then what we're actually going to do is we're going to take not just the recordings of the training, okay, not just the recordings of the training, but we're actually going to cut the recordings up into different sessions. It's and different modules and different lessons. It's not good enough for us to just give you the recordings of an hour, 2 or 3 hour training. That's not how we do things here at STB, right? It's not how we're going to do things. You know, if you just need to be reminded of just that one little thing, you can't afford to go through 2 hours of recordings, can you? So what we're going to do is we're going to break up every single recording of these coaching sessions into easy bite-sized lessons, and we're going to put all of that into a members area so that you can come back and you'll have lifetime access to this members area, and you'll have lifetime the training broken down into modules, lessons, and you can just go in and find that one thing that you needed from the training. Is that pretty cool? So you're going to get access to that. I do have some special bonuses for those of you who decide to jump in today. Some really, really cool stuff. That 5 weeks coaching is worth the cost of tuition by itself. I'm sure you guys appreciate that. You know that. 5 weeks with us is ridiculous, but here's what we're going to do for you extra. We're going to give you access to something called the Expert Interview Vault. Okay, what we're doing here is we're going to bring out guest experts in our industry that are doing huge, huge things, and we're going to let them teach you as well. Okay, who here thinks it would be cool, even if although you've got myself and Jabril teaching you, who thinks it would be cool to also at the same time be learning from 2, 3, 4, maybe even 10 different experts in the industry on Facebook ads as well? Who thinks that would be cool? Because although myself and Jabril are doing some big things, we're doing some really cool stuff, we can even learn from other people. Like this guy here, Anik Singhal. Any of you guys recognize this guy here? He has done some astonishing things. He's been in business for 12 plus years in internet marketing. He's done a launch in our space. In 2 weeks, this guy generated $8 million in revenue, okay? And he's absolutely crushing Facebook ads. Like, I mean, crushing them, doing big things, getting endorsements from people like Robert Kiyosaki and Bob Proctor. I mean, this guy, this is a big guy doing big things, and we want to get him in front of you to teach you as well and have you grill him on all of your questions, okay? And we're going to be doing this on a regular basis. We're going to have a section in the members area called Expert Interview Vault, and we're going to be doing these interviews live. You're going to be able to come out, ask these experts your questions, and we're also going to put the recordings in the members area for you. Is that pretty cool? Are you excited to learn from other people as well who are doing huge things, $1 million worth of things in our industry? Okay. Bonus number 2, the thing I'm actually most excited about is our top secret Facebook mastermind group. Okay. When you join STB today, if you join, to be fair, if you actually get one of the spaces, you're going to get access to our Facebook group, which is already, since we opened, it's going crazy. We have people commenting in there literally like daily, already building a huge, great community. That's what we're doing, okay? This is for STB members only, okay? No one else is getting access to this Facebook group. We're going to be building a community, right? We want to build a community of absolute winners. This is going to be the Facebook group that everyone on the internet is going to want to join. Okay, I'm telling you, the success that is going to come out of STB and the success that is going to come out of this coaching and you guys, our members, is going to be astounding, and everyone is going to want to be a part of this Facebook group, and you are going to be the first in there. We're going to be networking. We're going to be, helping you, guiding you, coaching you. It's just going to be awesome. You're going to get all kinds of help and support. I mean, how many of you are sick and tired of, if you go through a training program, right? And I've been there. Jabril's been there. You go through a training program. And you go through that program, you have a quick question, you've got a quick concern, so you send an email into that training program's support desk, and guess what? You're waiting 24, 48, 72 hours to get a response. How many of you are as fed up as that as I am, right? Well, that's not going to happen here. You can just post your questions in the Facebook group. Me and Jabril are going to be hanging out there all the time. But on top of that, we can be helping each other. If someone knows the answer to your query, they're going to be able to, tell you that pretty quickly. You're going to find you're going to get all your questions answered very, very quickly in this group. Okay, we're going to be able to share success, share our stories of success, share what's working with each other as we're going along this journey together, and we can use it for communication with you guys. Any updates we've got for you, anything we want to tell you about, any new expert interviews that are happening, coaching calls, we'll be able to let you know in that Facebook group. It is going to be the place to be. Everyone is going to be so jealous that you're in this Facebook group. Okay, we're also going to give you weekly live Q&A calls after the official coaching has ended. Okay, me and Jabril are not going to leave you by yourselves. Okay, after the 5-week coaching, you should by that point be an absolute ninja. Okay, and you should be profitable in your business. Okay, that's our goal for you. But we know that you will have questions. You'll continue to have questions. And so we're going to give you weekly live Q&A calls with us. Okay, after the coachings happen, we're not going to leave you by yourself. You're going to get Q&A from us all the time, and you can come and meet us live, and we can answer all of your questions. And here's some screenshots from when I've done this in the past, in past trainings of mine. Okay, and these are the kind of comments I'm getting. I've never had a trainer do a Q&A. I appreciate this so much. I appreciate you, and the calls are very beneficial. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the help you've given us. It's above and beyond what you have to do. Thank you very much. God bless. People are just absolutely loving these Q&A calls, and we're going to do it for you guys. I mean, I hope you guys can understand the value of this, seriously, because this is me and Jabril saying, look, this is how much we're invested in you and invested in your success, that we're willing to give you more time than we would actually have to. We want, the 5-week coaching would be enough, but we want to be there for you week in, week out, and that's what we're going to do. Okay. Bonus number 4, here's something really cool. We're going to give you the 13-point hypnotic story ad structure. Okay, we told you that those story ads, the written ads, that they are working like gangbusters. They're working so well. You don't need any previous experience. You literally just write some text, choose an image, and you've got a Facebook ad ready to go. But some of you might be thinking, but I don't know what to write about, or I don't know how to write, or I'm not really sure what to say. Guess what? Jabril has put together a done-for-you story ad structure. You literally just follow his blueprint. He's going to tell you what to say, paragraph by paragraph, where to put your link, how to structure it, and if you follow the blueprint that he's put out, it's literally going to spit out a profitable ad campaign. It's going to be so, so cool. For those of you who, you just don't know how to put an ad together, Jabril's going to show you. It's going to be a piece of cake. Obviously, you're going to have to put some work in. You're going to have to follow the blueprint, but he's broken it down for you in his 13-point hypnotic story ad structure. You go through this with him, and you are going to have winning ads. Okay, you really will. So here's what you're going to get. Everything you're going to get, and then we're going to go to some other cool stuff. So we've got the Newbie Zone bonus session. We've got session 1, session 2, session 3, session 4, session 5, at which point you will be a ninja when it comes to Facebook. You're going to get the expert interviews vault. You're going to get the Facebook mastermind group. You're going to get the weekly live Q&A calls, and you're going to get the 13-point hypnotic story ad structure. Okay, pretty cool stuff. Okay, and you're going to get all of that today. Now, here's what some people had to say. Okay. You guys have heard of Tai Lopez. I'm going to assume you've heard of him. Well, the guy that does his marketing is a guy called Jeremy Van Dyke, a good mutual friend of myself and Jabril. This guy runs all of Tai's campaigns, right? His YouTube ads and now his Facebook ads, okay? And he has gone through this training with Jabril. And here's what he had to say. You can read it there on the screen. My GoToWebinar panel is blocking off half the text, so I can't quite read it all, but I can see the one bit that's important. He says, after training with Jabril, I'm spending between $5,000 and $10,000 a day, and they're getting a massive positive return on their income. So he says, how insane, do you know how insane it is to give Facebook $5,000 a day and then give you back 12.5 grand every single day? It's ridiculous. He's getting some insane success. And here's a guy called Nathan Buchan. He's a very, very good friend of myself and Jabril as well. And funnily enough, we actually have him here on the line, which is really, really cool. He's given some time out. And we said, Nathan, would you mind just popping out and just for a couple of seconds, or a couple of minutes rather, just share your experience with Facebook ads, share your experience with online business, and how it went with Jabril. So I'm going to have to come out of this to make sure you can come out here, Nate. Are you there, Nate?
Yeah, can you hear me, John?
Oh, dude, I can hear you loud and clear, man. We really appreciate you jumping out here. Dude, we're just in a couple of minutes, we'd love to hear your experience with Jabril, because you went through, and they can see your testimonial here on the screen, but it takes it to another level to actually be able to hear from these people and see that it works. So maybe you could just let us know what life was like for you and what your business was looking like before you went through, because you went through a very, very similar process of learning this kind of stuff with Jabril, the same kind of training. So what was it looking like for you before you went through this kind of stuff with Jabril, and what's stuff looking like for you now?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm from New Zealand, and I'm a plumber by trade, right? And I couldn't travel at all. And so what I did is I started investing into a whole lot of different training products to learn, how to be a successful travel blogger. And I had everything set up. I had a blog set up with tons of blog posts. I had multiple items ready to sell, like I had different affiliate offers ready to sell. I just wasn't getting any viewers. Like I wasn't getting any people reading. I had a Facebook fan page and I had no one really liking any of my stuff or looking at my content. And I really was about to quit. I was really about to throw in the towel because I'd spent thousands and thousands of dollars and just really got nowhere. So I pretty much did give up for a few weeks. I slowly stopped blogging. I thought, I'm going to throw in the towel on the whole idea. But then I found Jabril and I saw him traveling around the world and I saw him on my Facebook timeline actually. A video popped up of him and I saw him traveling around Thailand and things and I was like, man, this guy's doing it and he's a Facebook expert. And so I managed to get in contact with him and he had a course that he was running through and he taught the basics of what he was doing in his marketing. And when I dug into that and I started applying that to my own business and the same thing, I wrote myself like a long, compelling story, and I tested a whole bunch of different ads. And I didn't have much of a budget to start with. I mean, I was starting with like $10 a day, and it slowly, I slowly started making sales. Like I made my first sale ever online through Facebook ads, and it was like, I just kind of grew and grew month by month, and now it's just like it kind of runs on autopilot. I spend around $2,000 a month on ads, and I can make anywhere between, like it says in the testimonial, $12,000 and $20,000. Now the conversions are crazy, and I've been working at it for a while now, but it's just amazing what can happen with Facebook, and really Jabril is the one to thank for all of it because I wouldn't have any clue what I'm doing if it wasn't for him. And yeah, and it's been an amazing journey, and I have to. Thanks to Jabril because he really showed me exactly what to do, like step by step, and that's what obviously you're going to do again. So I'm excited for this course. I know I'm going to be in it.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate that. And you've just touched on something really interesting, actually. You said that you started. I mean, right now in your business, you're making $12,000 to $20,000, using Facebook ads. But you said you started really small with budget, right? So you were starting with what, you say $5, $10 a day?
Well, yeah, I'd make an ad and I'd spend $2 a day on the ad, and then I would add another ad and spend like $2 a day just to figure it out because I didn't have any money left. I literally spent like my last dollars to try and learn how to start a blog and learn how to do all these different things, and so I had no money, so I had to keep it minimal, and so it was about $10 a day, or $5 to $10 a day I would spend. And it worked, slowly. Just as I made money, I put it back into my business and grew it and grew it and grew it, and it worked perfectly.
Oh, dude, that's such a cool story that you literally came from zero, about to give up, just like, okay, I'm going to go through this training, last few dollars on Facebook, couple of dollars a day, let's just test these ads. And now look at you, man, you're absolutely flying, $20,000 a day, a month. I'm seeing you on Facebook, you're jetting all over the place. So just give us a brief rundown of how life's looking for you now. You've gone from frustrated and trying to get this thing working, you're making this much money. I mean, what does life look like for you now?
I mean, it's totally different. I've actually been traveling around the world non-stop for like the last 2.5 years almost now, and I've moved my entire life into a backpack, so I just travel with what I have on my back, and basically the world's my oyster because ads run non-stop, whether I'm on an airplane, whether I'm out surfing in whatever country I'm in. It's awesome. It basically just runs automatically, so I check my ads a few times a week and kind of just travel around the world, man.
Dude, that's so awesome, man. You're an absolute rock star, and I know that I'm speaking on behalf of Jabril here, but we're so proud of you and your success as well. It's really inspiring to see where you've come from. So, dude, really appreciate your time, man, jumping out here. I know it's well, probably not too early there in the morning in New Zealand, but dude, thanks for coming out, man. That's really inspiring.
No problem, my pleasure.
Good stuff, man. Hey, how cool is that, guys? Like real people like Nate getting serious results, but he started small. He started like a newbie, just like you guys, and like I did, to be fair, when I first got in contact with Jabril. Okay, this stuff works. The training Jabril was going to take you through works. Okay, if you want to be the next Nathan Buchan, right, you can be. Come through this training, join us on this journey. It's going to be astounding. Okay, and here's another testimonial from a guy called Tim Sykes. He says, Jabril made me over $40,000 in the first month. Started working with him. At first, I thought Facebook marketing didn't work. Now I'm a client for life. Okay, so bigger guys getting results with this as well. Okay, so here's who Social Traffic Blueprint is for, and then we're going to get into how you can join, and then we're going to get into some other cool stuff. I'm going to hand it back to Jabril. He's going to give you some more cool training, and then we're going to get some Q&A. So it's for you if you're a complete newbie. Okay, seriously, it really is. I mean, we've talked about this lots on the previous webinar, right? Jabril has taken many people from absolute zero to being clueless, like a guy you're going to, I'm going to show you here in a second, called Keith, who didn't even know how to log into Skype. Like, this guy did not even know how to log into Skype, and Jabril will tell you about that, I'm sure, a little bit later on. But he was able to have significant success on the internet. You're going to see his testimonial in just a second, okay? So if you're a complete newbie, if you're looking at this thinking, this sounds epic, but I'm not going to join because I just feel like it's a bit above me, I promise you, it's not. This is for you. We're going to take you from zero, having no idea what you're going to promote, how you're going to get started, to being a rock star. Okay, this is for you if you've tried Facebook ads before, but it hasn't worked, right? If you've dabbled with Facebook ads, if you've gone through other training and it hasn't worked, I promise you, STB is going to be different, and we're going to show you where you've gone wrong, and we're going to show you how to correct that stuff and start getting results, okay? Because it's obvious that you can get results on Facebook, okay? So it's not something to give up on. Other people are clearly getting results, and we're going to show you the right way to do that, okay? And this is for you if you've been using Facebook ads successfully, right? If you are already at a place where you're making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month with Facebook, what we're going to be able to show you is how to scale that up. Okay, we're going to be able to show you the ninja tips and tricks, or rather, Jabril's going to show you, all the ninja stuff as to how to actually scale your ads up and take that from 1,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 20,000. We're going to be able to show you that, because once you've got proven ads, it's just picking new audiences and scaling that ad. It's very simple. That's where it becomes fun, where you're just printing money because you're just putting $1 in and you find a way to get 2, 3 out. We're going to show you that. Okay. And this is for you if you're in network marketing, affiliate marketing, business opportunity, direct sales, if you're a local business owner of any kind. Okay, if you're promoting your own website or service, you just want traffic to your own website, we can show you how to do that. Okay, if you're a consultant, any of these industries, anything else you can think of, right, there is an audience on Facebook for you, I promise you. Okay, and we want you to be the next success story, just like Keith here. Okay, Keith said he started to look around online for someone that could help him. Decided to make sense to ask around, and he said that a couple of names that kept popping up was myself and Jabril. So he decided to invest in some training with Jabril, and he had him going from 0 to 60 in no time. Okay, he started implementing what Jabril taught, and over a period of time he managed to put $40,000 in his bank account. Ridiculous. This is the guy that couldn't even log into Skype. Okay, so this works. Okay, it really works. You're going to be going through a proven process. Okay, but you won't need to pay $10,000, and the reason I brought this price up is because this is a real valuation. Where did I get this from? Well, Keith, who you just saw, he actually went through some private coaching with Jabril, and he paid over $10,000 just to have Jabril look at his stuff and actually help him personally. But you are going to get all of that training. You're going to get all that access to Jabril. You're not going to be paying $10,000. Okay? Let me ask you a couple of questions. $1,997. Okay? If all this did for you was save you 2 hours a day to spend that time with your family instead, if you didn't have to worry about traffic, you didn't have to worry about running your business, and you could spend that extra time with your family, is that worth $1,997 to you? Just curious. Okay, if all this did for you was eliminate your traffic problems, okay, so you can just focus on the things in your business that you actually enjoy, would it be worth it to you? Okay, and if all this did for you was show you how to turn Facebook into a personal ATM, literally, You know, I'm talking about putting $1 in and $2 out. If you could learn that skill, if we could undoubtedly teach you how to put $1 in and get 2 out, would it be worth it just to learn that skill? Okay. Well, guess what? You're not going to pay that. Here it is, $997, one-time payment. You can join right now. Go to socialtrafficblueprint.com/join, and you can get full access to everything I just told you about. Okay, all the coaching, the weekly Q&A follow-up, the Facebook group, the expert interviews, everything for $997. One-time payment, never billed again, but you're going to get lifetime access. Okay, this is an absolute steal. I do hope you realize this. The industry, since we launched Social Traffic Blueprint, has been going nuts for this. Absolutely crazy for it. And this is an absolute steal at this price for our coaching. It's ridiculous. And we do even have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, so you can sign up today, go through all the training, join the coaching, use the resources, and if for any reason, you know, you are not getting the results you want, just let us know. We'll give you your money back. Okay, we stand behind our training, guys. We stand behind our coaching. We believe in it so much that we're willing to put the risk on us, and this is a true guarantee. If you know, we know that once you get in, and once you start joining us in this coaching and joining us on this ride and joining us on this journey, it's going to make all the difference for you, and it will change your life. And so we know that you'll never have to use this. No one's used it yet, and we know that no one will. Okay, but we want to offer it to you just so that you have the risk off of your shoulders. Okay, so this is a completely risk-free investment today. Okay, now one thing to let you know about, I teased this earlier on. Okay, we did 2 webinars last week, and we opened up Social Traffic Blueprint training program. Okay, we opened up 50 spots on each webinar, and we literally had 100 total spots. We have 11 left. 11 left, and we are closing the doors tomorrow night, tomorrow at midnight, Monday the 1st of August. This is, I want you guys to get this, okay, listen up. This is not fake scarcity. This is not a marketing thing. This is actually closing the doors tomorrow at midnight, and we have 11 spots left. So whichever one goes quicker, okay? If you want to be one of the next 11 to join us, fantastic. We'd love to have you on board, okay? At which point we're going to take down this offer, we're going to close it down, and we're not going to be reopening any time soon, okay? In fact, we don't actually have any plans right now to ever reopen. This is a one-time coaching that we're going to put on, okay? And if we don't, for whatever reason, we will. I know we will, because we've got a few hundred people here on the webinar. But if for whatever reason we don't close those 11 spots, then we will be closing the door tomorrow. Okay, feel free to test us on that. Come back to the page tomorrow. Go to socialtrafficblueprint.com/join tomorrow at midnight, and you will find that page won't be there. It will say sold out, it will say closed, and you will not be able to get in. So you've been hearing about Social Traffic Blueprint for the past 2 weeks. I've been messaging you about this webinar, been messaging you about the training program, messaging you about all the stuff we've got going on. Well, guess what? It literally is coming to a close tomorrow night. It's all ending. This really is your last chance to get in with us, and we hope that you do. And we're really, really excited for those of you who have already. So at this point, you kind of have 2 choices. Okay, you can go at it alone. You can throw another $1,000 at Facebook and just kind of hope for the best, like I did. Okay, or you can join STB and know for sure that you now have a bulletproof method for driving as much targeted, profitable traffic as you can handle. You will learn that skill set. Okay. And here's what you could do with that $1,000, by the way. You know, if you didn't want to join today, it's absolutely fine. I did some math for you. Check this out. With that $1,000, if you, instead of joining, you can actually go and buy 250 Big Macs, roughly, from McDonald's. So feel free, if that would be a smarter investment for you, then feel free to go ahead and do that. But that's the equivalent. You can buy 250 Big Macs with the $1,000, or you could literally change your future. And I know that sounds really corny, and reading that does sound a bit corny, but it's true. We're going to show you how you can literally change the future of your business, your life, and your family's future with what we're going to teach you. We've changed many lives before when we've done this, and we're about to do it again. It's going to be really, really cool. Now, before we go back to Jabril, a couple more bonuses that I want to chuck in just to absolutely sweeten the deal for the next 11 people that join. Because like I said, we're closing the doors. When we close those 11, we're closing the doors. But for the next people who take action and decide to join and get in with us, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the lead generation and conversion masterclass. Okay, are any of you interested in how I actually did this? Okay, I've been able to generate a list just in the past 12 months of 65,000. Excuse me, let me just take a drink. Getting too excited, my throat's getting sore. 65,000, leads on my email list, and I've been able to turn that into over $700,000 in revenue. Okay, so it's all well and good having these Facebook ads and learning how to do it, but what if you want to do list building? What if you want to actually generate income from those leads and turn them into sales? What is the procedure that goes into that? Well, I'm going to be doing a live Q&A coaching. We're going to cover everything. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. I'm going to show you exactly how I generated this list of 65,000 people. I'm going to show you exactly the procedure that I take them through to make sales and make that $700,000 in income. Does that sound pretty cool to you? I'm going to show it to you. I'm literally going to show you how you can take the traffic that Jabril is showing you how to get. I'm going to show you how I've personally, no theory, no hype, I'm going to show you exactly how I've been able to make the money that I have in my business. Step by step, all my campaigns, all my emails, all my procedures broken down for you. Does that sound pretty cool to you guys? And here's limited bonus number 2, okay? How would you like to get STB and all the bonuses for free? I'm being serious. Give me a yes in the questions box right now if you'd be interested in getting all of the things I've just explained here today for free, okay? I'm seeing tons of you saying yes. Someone says, heck yes, right now. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. For the next 11 people, we're going to allow you into an exclusive affiliate program, okay? No one else on the entire internet is going to have the ability to promote STB, okay? But we're going to allow you guys to do that. What we're going to do is in the next couple of months, we're going to have one other moment where we're going to open up STB. We're going to open up a couple of spots to STB. We're going to open up a little window, okay? And the only people who are going to be able to promote Social Traffic Blueprint are you guys who joined today, okay? You're going to get a 50% commission. So guess what? Make 2 sales, just 2 sales of Social Traffic Blueprint, and your account is basically free because we're going to give you 50% commission. So make 2 sales, you've got 100% commission, and you've got yours free. Isn't that cool? And it's only you that's going to be able to promote, right? Think about some of these ClickBank products that have thousands and thousands of people promoting. Okay, the competition is a bit more fierce. It's literally only you guys on this webinar are going to have the ability to promote this product. Now, go ahead and put a yes in the questions box if you think, very seriously, only put yes if you do believe you can. If you think you could, over a period of time, make just 2 sales of Social Traffic Blueprint, if you were to show this very webinar or a very similar presentation to some of your friends or someone on your Facebook, do you think you could make 2 sales? Do you think 2 of your friends or your people in your connections would be interested in this training? Let's have a look. Okay, I see tons and tons and tons of you saying yes, okay? And it's totally true. So if the next 11 people to join, you're going to have the ability to promote STB. In the next couple of months, we're going to open up some stuff for you, some promotional material, and only you guys are going to be able to promote. There's going to be no competition. Everyone's going to want to join this program, and you're going to be able to get your account for free, pretty much. Does that sound pretty cool to you guys? So here's a recap of everything you're getting, and then I'm going to pass it back to Jabril. Okay, Newbie Zone, Foundation Fortunes, Session 2, Session 3, Session 4, Session 5. The whole coaching with myself and Jabril. You're going to get the expert interview vote. You're going to get the Facebook Mastermind group. You're going to get weekly live Q&A calls. You're going to get the 13-point hypnotic story ad structure. You're going to get the lead generation and email conversion masterclass. And you're going to have the ability to get STB and your tuition absolutely free by joining our exclusive affiliate program. Literally, I cannot think of a better opportunity right now. Okay, it's absolutely insane, and we want you to join. Okay, so you can get started right now for $997. When you go to this link, there will be a payment plan. If that would be helpful for you, there will be a payment plan. You'll see a page looking similar to this right here. I'll give you a quick recap, everything you're going to get. Click on that big green button, or if you want to use our payment plan, we can break it up into 3 installments for you. And if that would be helpful for you, we'd love to have you in. We don't want the cost to be a hindrance for you. Okay, so we've got a three-part option. Select your option, click the green button, make your purchase. Obviously, $997 will give you the best deal. You'll save an instant $194, and that'll take you to our safe and secure online order form where you can make your purchase, and you can literally be in the members area, be in our Facebook group in about 10 minutes from right now. Okay, we're really, really excited to have you in. Okay, so again, socialtrafficblueprint.com/join, $997. I'm not even sure if, maybe all the 11 spots have been taken right now. You'll know if there's still spaces because if you go to that link, you'll still be able to get through to the checkout page. Okay, so go to that link right now. We would love, love, love to have you join. but we really are going to close down when this final 11 spots gets taken. So before I hand it back to Jabril, and I'm going to do that in literally 30 seconds, but if you have decided to join, okay, if you've decided that you are in, that you want to take this seriously now, you're ready to take your business to that next level, if you're brand new, this is the training for you. If you've decided, you know what, I'm going to join you guys, I'm coming on in, give me a yes in the questions box and tell me your name, because if you put your name in the questions box right now, I'm going to make sure we secure those bonuses for you and that you're in that top 11. So put your name in the questions box right now if you want to be in that 11, and we're going to make sure, I'm going to take your name down, I'm going to make note of your name and make sure that you're in. So let's have a look at this. We have Kalat, I hope I've said your name right. Kalat, fantastic to have you in, my friend. Elizabeth says, yes, Elizabeth, I'm in. Iswa says, joins just now. Iswa, fantastic to have you in. Again, I hope I haven't just murdered your name. We're super excited to have you in. Matt says, I'm in, putting my trust in you guys. Matt, I promise you, we're not going to let you down, right? We are so fired up about STB and what we're doing here. I've never been more passionate about anything I've done in my career. This is really, really going to be something very special, and we're really pleased that you're on board with us, Matt. And I'll be seeing you very soon inside the Facebook group. It's going to be really, really cool. Kerry Daka says, Kerry Daka, I'm in. David says, socialblueprint.com isn't working. Hey, Jabril, could you put the link in the chat box for me? That'd be really helpful. In fact, maybe I'll do it here as well. HTTP social traffic blueprint.com socialtrafficblueprint.com/join. Okay, I'll show you what that should look like. I'm going to put that in the chat box. So go to your chat box, guys, on the webinar control panel. You'll see that, and I'm just going to go to my browser and we'll show you what it should look like. You go to socialtrafficblueprint.com/join, and oh, my internet's down, so you can't see that. Let me I'm going to have to come out of here. I'll put it in the chat box over here. Let me show you what it looks like. Copy that URL. Go to my browser. Okay. socialtrafficblueprint.com. Oh, I've got it. What's happened here? Oh, I haven't set my filters, so I can't get through. Maybe you're having this problem. Set your filters, you'll be able to get through. Well, we're screwed doing this right now. We'll do it later on. I'm not on my internet, I'm on someone else's, so I may not be able to do this. So anyway, well, you'll come to a page that looks just like this. What I was going to say to, what was his name? David, you had the wrong link, my friend. It wasn't socialblueprint.com, it's socialtrafficblueprint.com/join. Okay? So very, very cool. Let me get back to the questions box, see who else has joined, make sure I get you down for the bonuses. So we had, where are you, David? We had Arthur says, Arthur, I'm in. Another Matt says, I'm in. Aaron or Aaron. Duck Manton says he's in. Sue says yes. Ricardo says yes, I'm in. Awesome. Sue says all sorted and logged in. Ooh, this is awesome. Ellie says, just done it. But I know I need this. I'm in. Awesome. Christina says, we'll just check and make sure I can get in. David says, got it. And Sebastian says, it is working fine, and I'm working on getting in. Awesome. Well, that is, I believe, maybe even almost 11. I'm not sure all of you have joined because I've not got that many orders coming in on my phone. So it looks like there are a few spots left, but it looks like they're getting snapped up pretty quick. So make sure you take this link down, because I'm going to hand this over to Jabril right now. So you just get this in your browser right now, because my slide is about to go. So socialtrafficblueprint.com/join. Okay, the link is in the chat box on the GoToWebinar control panel. Put that link in your browser now so that you've got it, and I'm going to hand it back to Jabril. In fact, let's just check, because we want to make sure we're serving you guys in the best way. Give me a 1. Now, don't do it just yet. Please, please, please wait. Put a 1 in the questions box if you would like Jabril to take you through a little bit more training, give you a few more examples of how you can make this thing work, and then go to Q&A. So that's 1. Or put a 2 in the questions box if you just want to get straight into Q&A. You know, if you've seen enough, you're happy, you just want to get straight into some Q&A. So 1 for a bit more training and then Q&A, or 2 straight into Q&A. Okay? Jabril, man, I'm seeing many ones. Everyone's going crazy over your training. So would you be happy to come back out? Maybe give us a few more examples, show us, get some more of our creative juices flowing.
Absolutely anything for John and my English people.
Oh, that's just wonderful, Jabril. Thanks, bro. I'll make you presenter. I'll make you presenter right now. I mean, that was, I don't know why I'm trying to do an English accent. I murdered the English accent and I'm English, so that didn't make much sense. Here we go. I've made you presenter, dude. Hey guys, let's really pay attention to this bit of training. If this is what you guys want, Jabril has the goods for you, and you know he really knows what he's doing. He really does. So he's going to give you a few more examples, and feel free to join Social Traffic Blueprint at any point from right now because spots are going pretty quick, and we'd really love to have you in. So with that, Jabril, take it away. I'm going to mute myself out. I'm going to shut up and let you take over.
Cool. Can you see my screen all right?
Can indeed.
All right. To the next one. So this is one of the most amazing ones that I've seen, yeah. And I'm probably going to do the English accent for the next 5 minutes, and I'll go back to my regular voice. So it really just goes to show that you can. Oh, where's my little mouse? Whoops. Trying to. There we go. So here is I was talking about earlier about the battery. It even shocked me. I was like, I guess I don't know that much about science, but they have one of the top offers on ClickBank was reconditioning your batteries. So this whole offer is about, hey, you know how you're just always going back out and buying more batteries. You're buying more batteries. So, this guy, Tom Erickson, is basically exposing, this whole huge business, but when you talk about a residual income, battery companies have an amazing residual business. And so this guy has figured out a way to basically recharge like any type of batteries or just recondition any batteries. So, people or whatever, all different types of people. Some people spend $30, $40 a month on batteries. Some people spend $30, $40 a year. Some people spend probably $10 a year. But at some point, that's pretty much I could say anyone on this phone, on this line, they've bought batteries and they've went back to make a repeat purchase. And so that's how big this niche is. And the guy is crushing it, and he comes also with the angle is let's save the planet. So it's under like the green and reserving, this beautiful planet that we live on, and it's making a lot of money, $43 per sale. So if you were targeting, people who are into organic foods, people who, that are spiritual, people that really care about the earth. There's so many different keywords, millions and millions and millions of different keywords. You could be making money with it. And I think the coolest thing that I thought about the battery is that people can really understand that there really is no limit to ways that you could make money online. And you don't even have to be that creative to do it. Like me, I would have never in a million years came up with the idea of like selling this course for batteries. But once I knew it was there, I was just going through the different categories on ClickBank, and I thought, wow, that is amazing. And I was like, I would know how to sell it. I just would have never came up with the idea. And so I think it's amazing. Maybe that's one of the things that I'll do. Let me know if I could even, or maybe you could do that then, John. Maybe like if we run through like ClickBank and kind of show them all of, we're not showing them the different categories. Maybe that would be helpful. I don't know if that, I guess we could ask them. Would that be helpful if we actually ran through ClickBank for a little bit, and then we could do some question and answers?
Yeah, bro. I was just muted. Let me have a look in the questions box. Everyone's saying yes, man. Everyone's saying great. So let's show them ClickBank.
All right, let's do that. So that way I can just really show you how I mean, doesn't matter if you're a dog trainer. So it's if you have your own products, right? I mean, if you have your own products, that's great. You could be, you know, a book author, and you could have, you know, your own retail store. You could have your own practice with physical therapy. You could be a massage therapist. Whatever, you know, that it is, there's so many different uh, um, so like let's take a look here. You might be into arts and entertainment, and you have all of these different products, right? Do you want to be are you into comedy? Boom. Or you want to learn how to play guitar? Like, it's truly, do you want to be a pole dancer? um, Radio personality, right? Maybe this is probably tattoo artist, right? Under arts and entertainment. So yeah, you want to learn how to do tattoos? Boom. You want to learn it from the Miami Ink guys? This is how you learn from the biggest guys here. Maybe you want to be an actor, right? There's this other program, it's incredible. It's called Master Class. So master classes, right? They have programs here with some of the most world-renowned people, right? And so you might want to learn, there's one of the greatest photographers in the world. Or you want to learn the art of performance. You guys are probably familiar with Usher. You know, Dustin Hoffman for acting. You're not going to get much bigger than, you know, tennis for Serena Williams. Kevin Spacey, one of my favorite actors in the world. You want to learn how to act. James Patterson, his book, one of the best-selling authors of all time. You want to learn singing, Christina Aguilera. Like teaching filmmaking, you know, like screenwriting. Like there's so many different, you know, kind of products and services. Like let's say, for example, I know there's become a filmmaker. There's this like whole course on, I forgot the product, but they have like a product on how to become a filmmaker. But they have. But yeah, my point is like so we got this category here, so film and television, right? They have, yeah, you know, so your movie. Hey, do you want to be or maybe you're a real estate agent, right? You're a real estate agent and you want to dominate in your local spot. Boom, testimonial. This is going up. Photography, right? You want to learn photography. How do I become? I know I've taken a course in photography, like live in person. There is no limit. Let's see, education, right? All of these different products. Like I'd come through here and get some ideas. Like you might be into health and fitness. I didn't even talk about that whole industry, right? You know, losing weight, how to get abs, like get lean. This is how I got in shape. I'm only gonna do like maybe 2 more just because there's just so many different things that you can do. So you have, let's see what here. Confidence, right? People might be struggling with confidence. And some of the things that you'll look at is, so the price, right? One thing that you'll realize, people will pay when you have a solution to a problem that people are having and they want it, they will pay. And then there's also a large plethora of like more expensive products. You might be in a high ticket program where you could make $1,000, you know, commission, or you might learn, or there's like there was ClickFunnels, right? So someone might be trying to learn how to make a website. So I'm sure some of you, most of you are probably familiar with ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels has an affiliate program. So you could be literally making, you could make a how-to video, how to put together a website. So you might target real estate agents. You could be like, real estate agents, are you sick and tired of having your old, boring website that doesn't convert for you? I'm a successful real estate agent now because of X, Y, and Z. So you could have a course on how to be a real estate agent, and then you could also sell them, hey, sign up for ClickFunnels. This is how I build sites quickly, efficiently, so I could have one funnel for this type of client, and then the new home buyer, and then we might have the luxury home buyer. And this is how and then you can collect the information and data. They'd be like, wow. And the thing is, you have to understand how knowledgeable you are. It's not common information what we have access to, right? So the website looks crazy complicated to them, but we're using tools that literally, no exaggeration, a kid could put together the website, An old person, I don't mean to judge old people, but they didn't grow up with technology, but it's so simple, to do. Right? John, you about to say something?
No, man, you're good.
Oh, you're just making noise.
Just making noise, man. I'm just trying to put you off. No, okay.
No, and then, so here's another example. The amount of people that like dogs and the audience size on Facebook. I don't know if you know, but dog training is huge. I don't know, John, do you know Susan?
Susan, this lady here?
No, the dog training Susan. Do you know dog training Susan?
No, I don't know.
But yeah, she's made millions with she uses Jeff Walker's product launch formula, and I've met her quite a few times, and she targets people who have dogs, and I know in UK, I know in the US, there's a huge market for having obedient dogs. And then you put out, some great information teaching, hey, here's some of the things that I did to, help train my dog. Now my dog is doing this. Boom, a little Facebook ad, maybe just one little tip on Facebook. On my blog, I explain, the X, Y, and Z. Or you have a funnel, and it's once you opt into my funnel, I'll share with you my top 8 dog training tips so your dog doesn't pee in the house anymore, or whatever that is going to be. And the audience is huge versus somebody maybe selling a course would be like, hey, buy my course, or whatever that it is. It's truly endless, and it can be extremely profitable. See, the thing is, you win on the beginning. See, this is where a lot of people lose. They pay too much for their ads because they're not doing it right. They're not creating the content on the front end. And it's funny, John, we see this all the time. People are trying to fix all these other little, they're like, oh, maybe if I do this little gizmo thing or this and that. And they're forgetting it's the content and the headline copy that are determining what's kind of happening on the front end. And people are not putting enough focus on that, and that's why they're not getting the results. Like I said, it's impossible to compete when you're paying, a lot of people, and depending on the niche, they could be paying $10, for, a click. And it's this reality for, a lot of things. If you're on Google, honest to God, I have friends who pay, $17 a click for stuff in the industry because it's so profitable. And that's what matters at the end of the day. What are your margins? What kind of, are you selling high ticket? Are you selling low ticket? How far, can you go on the scales? And it's all mathematics, but it comes down to your content. And if you're able to, dramatically decrease your cost, it just puts more profit, in your business, and you have more flexibility. You have to work less hours because you don't, my goal is not to make as much money that I don't know what to do with, just to have enough freedom to, spend time with my friends and my family and have a good life and, just have, I don't like to say comfortable, but yeah, just a decent life. I'm not out to be, a billionaire. Some people are. I mean, that's just not my thing. I like to travel the world, have a good time, and I know for me it takes, takes quite a bit of money. So, but I'm not out to have all the dollars in the world. But if I can help people, get to where they want to go, I'm just it serves me so much. I mean, I'll kind of end on why I said yes to John. Was I had a friend, Adam Mariano, great guy, and I had my first day on Google, because I've been around for a while. My first day on Google AdWords, I spent $800 and I got about 4 leads, and I was like, what? And my first goal was, it's crazy now. People see, I don't even like. I mean, there's days where we're doing 8,000 leads in a day, and that's like ridiculous to a lot of people. 8,000 leads, that's crazy. Like that's unheard of. But it's been a slow, continual process. I didn't start there. Like I said, like with Google back in the day, I spent like $800 and I got like 3 or 4 leads, and I was like, what is going on here? Like and then my friend Adam, he was walking the walk, he was making things happen. I was like, bro, can you just show me what you're doing? And he had a course. He's like, no, I really give the goods out in my course. And I was like, really, man? Like, really? And he's like, no, I do, man. Like I'm showing you my live accounts, everything that's happening. And like I went through it, and it changed my life. My goal in the beginning was to be generating 100 leads a week. Like if I could do that, I knew life wouldn't be the same, right? If I could generate just 100 leads in a week for whatever I was promoting, because also a lot of times you also have to understand what industry that you're in. 100 leads could mean $10,000 for that week. It depends what you're selling. It depends what your offer is, right? So don't always get so hyped up on like, oh my God, this person is generating this many leads. Understand what it is. Understand your audience, right? If you're selling like Roth IRAs, or you're selling some big stock program, you don't need a lot of people to make a lot of money. It just kind of depends. But the more people, the better, right? How many people can you put through your funnel? And Adam showed me what to do, and I went 100 leads, and it was like, wow. And then I got to 100 leads in a day, and I was like, from where I was, it didn't even seem realistic to me. I was like, if I can just get 100 leads in a week, that is my goal. Now people kind of look at me as like, wow, it's so unattainable. But I want to tell you, if you push on every day, I don't want to make this an inspirational call, but like if you really do push on and just kind of go about your business every day, you just learn more and more, by experience. And I'm just like listening to myself, like I was like, yeah, wow, 8,000 leads in a day. It's kind of crazy. So, but I'd love to take some Q&A, John, from people.
Yeah, man, let's get into that. That was really cool stuff, by the way. I love listening to you. You're so informative. I always learn a new thing. Let me I'll make myself presenter again, and then I'll just make sure everyone knows the link for STB. Let me get that up here. Put that on the screen. Cool, Jabril. That was nice, man. So yeah, let's take some Q&A. And we promised these guys some extended Q&A. Make sure we answer all of your questions. We've still got a whole bunch of you here on the line, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Again, the reminder for STBs on the screen. I'm looking through my email sale notifications, and there's a whole bunch of you that have joined from this webinar. We are very, very near approaching the 11 spots. Okay, so if you are on the fence about Social Traffic Blueprint, really, really honestly and truly, this is the time to take action, because the spots will go and we will be closing down tomorrow. So this really is your last chance. So if you're on the fence for whatever reason, then come into the questions box. Let us know. Let us know what your questions are. Let us know what your concerns are. Let us know what you're worried about. Let us know what what's stopping you from getting on board. If you have something that is stopping you coming on board with us, then come to the questions box. Let us know, and we'll take those questions. So. Cool. Well, I'm going to start making my way through this, Jabril. Some questions. I've got some already that maybe either I'll take or I'll just fire at you. First question I think would be quite cool is that someone says, you mentioned in your slides no affiliate links, and so they said, so how do you make ClickBank and things like that work? What's the procedure to kind of make ClickBank work? If you shouldn't really be using affiliate links or direct linking to affiliate links.
Yeah, so I'll just say affiliate marketing in general, because like I said in the beginning of the call, too many people use links and then things go bad at time. And so what you do is you either have something like ClickFunnels, or you get your own domain, and then so you send them to a blog post, and then you put the content there, and then you put the affiliate link on the blog post, or you capture the information of people through a funnel, and then you offer them, the affiliate link. Because a lot of times, whatever it is that you're selling, you're probably going to have to educate people a little bit more before you ask for the purchase. I hope that makes sense for you.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. Just adding in additional steps, not kind of assuming that someone's going to want to make a purchase immediately. So if you're selling ClickBank products, affiliate products, build your brand first, build a list first. Have a step in between, have a blog post, just something in between that is providing value, building your brand, or kind of taking them through an extra step, and then you won't get into those problems. I love it. Chris here was replying to my question about who's getting in. And Chris says, yes, but I need to complete TTM first, which is my YouTube training. That's awesome, Chris. Firstly, thank you for joining that. I really appreciate it. And that's cool, man. Finish going through TTM. That's so cool that you're going through that. But just know that, yeah, we really are closing down tomorrow, so we'd love to have you in. If you haven't got time to go through it just yet, then my advice is join today so that you're in, and you're in those spots, and you can always catch the replays of the coachings and that kind of stuff. So looking forward to having you on board, Chris. That's awesome. Cool. Let me go through these questions here. Someone here says, Jabril, do you use, getting a bit more specific with Facebook ads? Do you use website clicks, website conversions, or page post engagements, or a mixture of all of them?
Great question. It really just depends, man, or lady. I don't know who's asking the question. I really do them all. So let me give you an example. Sometimes I run page post engagement. Like it's called Boost Post. And like right now, at this very moment, generating thousands of leads a day through a specific campaign, and we're paying less than 20 cents a lead. With double opt-in for that campaign, just because the content's so good, and so the engagement, people are sharing, liking, commenting, and then and they're getting all the way to the link, and it's like a long post or it's a long video, and it's still ridiculously low. And then other times, like where I've tested doing website conversions, it's worked a lot better for me doing website conversions, trying the same content. So it's a lot about testing. I can't even give you a specific thing, but I know the very best, like when the content is like optimal and it's really connecting with the audience, I do a boost post, and then those are where I see like the lowest conversions, just because it's so much more than just the targeting. It's like the targeting mixed with the content, and the audience is like sharing it like crazy. And so you kind of get like a viral sustainability with things.
Cool, man. That sounds good. Sounds great. See a question here from Arthur. Arthur says, "What if I can't afford the training?" And you've put that question a few times. I guess, Arthur, that you won't be able to get in. Unfortunately, we'd love to have you. We really would, and we've put that 3-part payment plan in place. If that helps you or helps anyone else on the call. But yeah, this is the price, man. So yeah, if you can't afford that, then that's totally cool. That's totally cool. But maybe later down the line we can work together. That'd be great. Cool. So look here. Christine says, when does the training start? Like I said, we're closing down tomorrow. We're literally starting the training tomorrow as well. So the Newbie Zone training is happening tomorrow. Don't worry if that's too last minute for you and you can't get on live. That's not a problem. We'll be recording it. We'll be putting it in the members area for you immediately. So don't worry about that. And then the official training, so the 5 weeks of coaching after the Newbie Zone, is happening as of Wednesday. So Wednesday, and then every week after that. So it's starting pretty soon. You're literally going to be jumping on right as we get going. So cool. Chris has a good question. Oh no, sorry, Matt. What is the usual speed of scaling up an ad? What is the most optimum budget, to start with? What's the most optimum daily budget to start seeing some results and then scaling up when you find the winners?
I'll typically start less than. It depends on the campaign, like how much data and like kind of sixth sense do I have on it. So if I have a sixth sense, I'm like, okay, I just know this keyword will do well. Like I know it's going to convert. I'll do, I'll start it at maybe $20. But when I have like no data and I don't really know much about it, I'll pretty much start at like five, maybe $8, $10. Each ad set, each keyword would be like I'll start low because the thing is, if you start high, you're like, oh, even if it doesn't matter how big of a budget you got, if you start high and it doesn't convert, so like say you put the budget at $100 and that's what you want to do it for a day, if it doesn't convert and then you only get like one, a couple options, and you're like, oh, well, I found out it doesn't work, but in a really big way, and you could find out pretty quickly with, $10 if it doesn't work, and if it does, then you can scale it up. I hate to lose money, so I don't like kind of like gambling. I like kind of proving things. So.
No, that's perfect. I think that's the way we should all be doing it. So that's nice. Cool. Claire says, good question, Claire. We sell self-help products, but they're only between like £7 and £10. She says, is that a viable price point to make this kind of work with Facebook ads, or do I need to come up with a higher price point as well?
To be frank with you, that would be really difficult. You have to, like, I mean, if you're going to be doing paid traffic, you have to have some type of other monetization strategy. Like you've got to have some kind of upsell in there. There's got to be something, because we'll go through that as well, like your price points and like what things that you can make it work, like, and especially if you're trying to like make like a living with it. Like if you're just trying to make a couple extra dollars, I mean, you might be able to break even or make a few dollars. But when you're talking about like you want to make a full-time income, you've got to have that should be kind of like your entry-level product, and also knowing your value and what your time is worth. Like I'm sure you have some really good stuff, so you should be charging a little bit more for something is that you have. I mean, pretty much anyone successful that I know that's making Facebook ads, they have like some type of like a $10 product, and I have a client where our membership is, but it's a residual thing. So it's $12 a month, but then there's some other little affiliate offers that we do. But we're putting thousands and thousands of people in at a very low price because the leads are so low. But and then we'll have other upsells in the future. But it's been very profitable like that with a 12. But it's a recurring thing. So it's really, and then another option that we have for the membership is that people pay for a full year in advance. So I would, if just off of what I heard, I would definitely think about how you could monetize it some other ways. I think it might be a great starting point. I think starting with something at $10 is not bad if you have something that you're passionate about. But I would have something else in there. What would you say about that, John?
No, I agree with everything you said. Especially when it comes to paid media and paid Facebook ads like this. You're going to find it very difficult to get a return, on your investment if the only thing people have, the only thing you have for people to buy is $7, $10 or £10. You're really going to want to add something on the back end. You can start with that. That can be your front end. We call it a tripwire, right? It's a front end low ticket item. But then you do have to have other ways that you're monetizing on the back end for sure. So whether that's affiliate products or building an email list and promoting them other things, but you've got to have other things as well. Totally recommend that. I see Christine and Walter saying, am I able to get a replay or a recording of this call? If I'm totally honest with you, I don't have plans to send out a replay of this because we're literally closing the doors tomorrow. So maybe I'll send out this replay tomorrow depending on whether there's some spots left. So keep an eye out on your email tomorrow. Maybe we'll be sending out a replay. Wim asked a good question. He says, what minimum gravity score do you need to have a good product to promote on ClickBank? Wim, in my experience, if you're looking into a smaller niche, so if we're talking about like big let's actually start with big niches. If you're looking into a big niche on ClickBank, and I'm talking about the make money online, anything under make money online, anything under weight loss, anything under relationships or health, those are classed as big niches, right? Really, you want a gravity score of like 100 plus in ClickBank, in my experience, to find the big high converting products. But if you're looking on ClickBank in the slightly smaller niches like help with diabetes, or shed plans, or how to improve your golf swing, or potty training, all these smaller things, then really like 10, 15, 20 gravity score is pretty good. So would you agree with that, Jabril?
Yeah, I think you explained it quite well, mate.
Sounds good. Cool. Just going through these questions. Go there. David seems to really be enjoying this presentation. He says, Jabril, are you tracking my stuff? You say a lot of things that I'm interested in. So you seem to be preaching to the choir, so that's cool. Cool. Arthur says, John, I get paid in 2 weeks. Will you be willing to let me in then? It's a difficult one, Arthur, because we do. It's very important to us that we're true to our integrity. That's very important to us. So if we were to say that we were closing down at midnight tomorrow, and then we didn't, that's not being true to ourselves. So really, I think maybe Jabril would agree with me. I think we need to stick to what we're saying. When we're closed down tomorrow, feel free to send an email to my support desk, and maybe we can see what we can do. But really, we are going to be closing this down tomorrow at midnight, and the page is going to be coming down. So, yeah, hopefully you'll be able to get in before that. And we'd really, really love to have you on board, Arthur. That'd be so cool. Cool. No listening. Cool. Nigel says Facebook doesn't allow affiliate links, so how do we promote ClickBank products? I think we already answered that, Nigel. You want to create an extra step. So you're not going to be, having your Facebook ads linking directly to an affiliate link. You're going to, first take them to a blog post or a capture page to get their name and email address, or some kind of brand building page, or some kind of extra step. And that's going to make you stand out. A few questions about when does the training start. I think I already got to that, but the training starts literally tomorrow. First one's tomorrow, Newbie Zone, and then the official first session, Foundation Fortunes, is happening this coming Wednesday. But once you get in the Facebook group, all the information you need is going to be in there. Stefan says, what type of budget should we start with? I think we covered that as well. There's obviously going to be quite a few duplicate questions from people, so that's cool. I think Jabril already answered that, but Jabril, just want to, in 30 seconds, run over that again. What kind of budget someone needs to start with once they join the program? And while you're doing that, I'll just find the next question.
Yeah, so I mean, a budget, it really depends on your niche. It really does. But I mean, $10 a day is something that you could manage with. Like the bigger budget, the better. But $10 a day, you could see some pretty decent results. To be frank, especially if you're doing it the way that we teach you, because you can get link clicks that quite low, so you'd have some leverage. But if you're paying $2 a click, well, you're not going to get very far with with 5 clicks. So that's what the thing like Nate did. He just kind of followed exactly what I was teaching, and then he was able to get his link clicks for so low that he's able to do something sizable with a $10 budget. It's like, are you getting 100 clicks for $10, or are you getting 5 clicks? Kind of just like I was showing you with the examples.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Sounds great. Edel, I hope I've said your name right. You said, hi, John. What time will the classes be delivered? Good question, Edel. You said you're currently in Ireland and it's now 1:30 in the morning. Same time for me, 1:30 in the morning here for me too. We're hustling. We're doing what needs to be done. But the trainings will be at a more reasonable time. So the coaching calls are going to be more in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Going to be more in the afternoon for the UK, and like I said, we're going to record everything. We're going to chop it up, put it in the members area. So if you miss it, you will get all that training, and you're still going to have the Facebook group and the weekly Q&A calls anyway. So either way, you're going to get the training you need, and you're going to get the help and support that you need. Samuel says, just came in now, new to this and not completely understanding how this would begin and work. What would we be selling? What would the format be? I heard you say something about buying leads. What would I be buying them for? And how will this help me achieve the financial goals? I'm not sure if you just said just came in on the webinar, or whether you're saying just came in on the training. If you're saying just came in on the Social Traffic Blueprint offer, then what I can say is that we will be breaking everything down for you. You will not have to worry about that. If you're brand new, we're going to be taking you from literally zero to hero very quickly. If you're talking about just coming in on the webinar, then to be totally honest with you, it's going to be very hard to abbreviate a 90-minute presentation into 2 minutes. So maybe just keep an eye out on your email inbox tomorrow, Samuel, and you'll get the replay of this and you can check it out. But a quick 30-second synopsis of what we've covered is that basically you can use Facebook ads to promote anything, right? Facebook ads is the most profitable the most profitable traffic on the internet. There's no other traffic source that's matched. There's too many people on there. There's like 1.65 billion. There's nowhere else you need to go. So we've basically just been covering training on how you can promote pretty much anything, whether it's ClickBank affiliate offers, whether it's travel products, whether it's a business opportunity, whether it's whatever it is that you're promoting, or even if you're brand new and have no idea what you're going to promote, me and Jabril can show you how to use Facebook ads to be very, very successful on the internet. So that's basically kind of sums it up for you, Samuel, as to what we've covered here today. Cool. Edel says, will we be looking at Facebook pixels to track? Yes, we absolutely will. I can speak on Jabril's behalf for that. We will be covering that in the training. Jabril's going to be going into all kinds of forms of tracking, and that's a big part of making sure your numbers are right, make sure your numbers are working and profitable. So yeah, we'll be going into all kinds of tracking. Elizabeth says, and I know that you've joined already, Elizabeth, so fantastic, really pleased to have you on board. You said, do you show an example of the perfect program? I'm assuming you mean the perfect program to promote. So yes, we'll be doing that tomorrow. Newbie Zone coaching will be showing you, all kinds of great programs that will work great for Facebook ads. The thing that we're going to cover tomorrow in Newbie Zone, by the way, to give you a bit more detail, is obviously, Jabril's given you a few examples here as to like different ClickBank products that can work and that kind of stuff. Tomorrow we're going to show you, we're going to show you products that you can roll with as we go through this coaching. So Jabril obviously knows, the kind of coaching he's going to take you through. He knows the recommendations he's going to be making. He knows the kind of things he's going to be taking you through. So in the Newbie Zone, tomorrow Jabril is going to be showing you, different products or different offers or different networks where you can find products that will work very, very well with the stuff that Jabril is going to be teaching you. Does that make sense? So yeah, tune in tomorrow for the Newbie Zone coaching call, and we'll be showing you some products that But by the end of the Newbie Zone call, you will have a product to promote. You'll feel very good about it. You'll know it's going to convert, and then you can follow us through the training and yeah, make it work for you. Do you have anything to add to that, Jabril?
No, mate. You're the expert just as much as I am.
Yeah, sounds good. Cool. Sounds good. Another question about Elizabeth says, do you help with what we can promote if we're a newbie? Absolutely. Good question from Christine. How long is the session training per week, please? I'll probably hand that question to you, Jabril, because I think you're doing the bulk of the training. So she says, how long is each training session going to be across the 5 or 6 weeks?
The first one will be a little bit longer, but if I had to estimate, it's right around 3 hours each session, and it'll be highly interactive. We've got a lot to cover. I mean, I just don't want to leave no stone unturned. So this is not like, oh, come for an hour and then or for 45 minutes and but no, we're really going to go into detail, because the way I like to teach is that I assume nobody knows anything. And I just don't want to kind of leave anyone behind, with the training. So, I mean, it's going to be quite lengthy, but, all the time will be used in detail. And basically, I'm just, like, downloading my brain, like, into you. So, like, all the little things that, I'm just like, oh, yeah, that thing, are going to be poured back into you. So, I hope that helps.
Very cool. Love it, man. And, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, and if you miss it, what we're doing is it's going to be very structured, so that way when you're going back through the recordings, if you don't catch it live, you'll be able to it'll be segmented by section, like, oh, this is what you do for post engagement ad. Here is how you set up, your settings on the fan page. Here is how you select the best picture for your fan page. So it's not just one big chunk of 3 hours of training. It's sectioned up. So
sounds good, man. Alpa says, how do ads work with events? If I'm doing a ticketed event, do I do a video, a blog post, whatever else? Can I make this work for events, basically? And the question is absolutely, Alpa. I'm going to be doing an event here in London, October, first week in October, and we're going to be using Facebook ads for that. And we're just going to send our Facebook ads through a very, very mini funnel that is most likely just going to go straight to my page that has a video with information about my event, and then they can click another button and they can go ahead and join the event. It really is as simple as that. So if you're doing any kind of events, we'll be able to show you how to make that work very well. Pete says, do you ever direct link to ClickBank products rather than a bridge page? The answer to that, Pete, is pretty much no. You're never really going to want to do that. Aside from the fact that Facebook doesn't like that and they won't want you doing that, and that's what can get your ads disapproved. On top of that, you're probably not going to get the best results. If you do send them to a bridge page first and you take that little bit of extra time to add that step into your funnel, you're going to find your conversions are far better anyway. So I'd say no to that, Pete. Christine says, so you will help us set up the ads? Absolutely, Christine. We're going to show you step by step. We're going to do it in group environment. We're going to have everyone on the call, and we're going to be taking you through step by step how to do everything, and then we're not going to leave until every question has been answered, making sure that you guys know what you're doing. So Ellie asked the same question. Will you show us exactly how to do this stuff step by step, even if I don't know how to put ads together? Absolutely, Ellie. We're going to show you step by step. Jibril's done this before. It's not his first time teaching this stuff. He knows how to teach it. I'm very excited to be following along. So yeah, we'll be showing you step by step, Christine. Matt says, good question. Matt says, why do you call it a hypnotic story ad structure? Because it's not any kind of weird stuff in there, but obviously the art of hypnosis is kind of like you see someone on stage and they're able to control someone. So it's kind of like taking that principle of when someone's seeing your ad in their newsfeed, you need to capture their attention so perfectly so that they read that whole thing and they're convinced by the end that they need to click that link. Does that make sense? So you're almost kind of hypnotically, like they're following along, and you're writing it in such a way that they feel the need to stay and read it all, and then click the link at the end. Do you have anything to add to that, Jibril? I mean that's your domain.
No, that sums up pretty well.
Cool. What else we got here? Christine says, another marketer on the internet that you were following says Facebook ads is saturated, so he started doing Bing ads, and you've asked our thoughts. Well, guess what, Christine? If I'm totally honest with you, that guy is most likely just using a marketing tactic. If he's come up with a training program teaching Bing ads, then of course he's going to say, hey, guess what's not working? Facebook, come and do Bing. That's just a marketing strategy. But one thing I can tell you is that Facebook ads is in no way saturated. It is so humongous that there is so much room. And what you'll find is 99% of advertisers, they can't get it to work. They can't get it to work and they give up. And so it's only people like us, people like who go through Jibril's training that actually know how to do this stuff properly, that last and make it work. So it's in no way saturated, and still actually works far better now than it ever did before. So. Blas says, will he teach us how to scale? Absolutely. If you're already doing ads, or if you're already getting some results, we'll show you how to scale those ads. We'll show you how to actually, get better results from what you're doing. Christine says, what's your support email, please? my support email is support@frontlinemarketer.com. Okay, you'll actually find that in the members area. So you should already be in there. You have the members area there. It'll be in there. Blah says, can I pay with PayPal? Good question, Blah. Absolutely. We don't really do this for too many people. We can't make a habit of it because it's a manual process. But send an email to my support desk, Blah, and you'll be able to pay via PayPal. Just say to them, send an email and just say, hey, just joined John's webinar. I want to join via PayPal. Make your subject line of the email PayPal, and we'll be able to sort that out for you. Cool. I think we're nearing the end of these questions, man. Let's keep looking here. Cool. Edel says, hi, John. Will you show us how to build our likes and build our page? Absolutely. That's one of the hidden treasures. So we'll be showing you that in session 4 for sure. Got that right. Jean says, what time for the Newbie Zone training tomorrow? It's going to be 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Christine says, so we can make some money ASAP with your help, correct? Yeah, Christine, I mean, we don't want to pull the wool over your eyes, right? I'm not going to sit here, and I know Jabril's not going to either. We're not going to tell you that this is going to be that magical pill that, you know, you've joined Social Traffic Blueprints and now you're going to make all the money that you wanted by next week. You know, it's really not going to happen like that. You know, you're going to have to put in the work, you're going to have to put in the effort. But what we are going to show you is we are going to show you realistically one of the best, you know, chances that you've got to succeed online. You know, that really is the bottom line. You know, if ever there was a chance, or if ever there was a training to go through that gave you the best possible chance of building a real, sustainable, lasting, profitable business on the internet, it's this training. Is it going to be overnight? Probably not. You know, you're going to come with us for the 5 weeks, you're going to come on the journey, you're going to learn a lot, you're most likely going to get some very profitable results along the way. And then you've got a skill set that's going to last you a lifetime, and if you stick at it, you're going to get fantastic results, but it's not going to be overnight riches. You know, it's going to. This is real training that teaches the real stuff. So, cool. Elizabeth says, "Do I need to join ClickFunnels to make this work?" You know, that's kind of up to you. You know, you're going to want to have some kind of page builder, whether it's WordPress for a blog, whether it's ClickFunnels for a funnel, you know, or a web page, a landing page. Really, you are going to want something like that. Mohad says, are you mostly promoting ClickBank products in the Facebook ads? We're promoting all kinds of things, Mohad. You know, I'm promoting my own products, we're promoting events, we're doing consulting, Jabril's doing, you know, his credit cards and all these other things. I mean, there's loads of stuff we're doing. You know, I know that Jabril works for someone else who's in Forex, and, you know, we cover everything. Cool. Wim says, bedtime, thank you and good night. Awesome, Wim, thanks for being here, bro. Edel says, looks like I will miss out on the live sessions as I work on Wednesdays. Will I lose out, or can I follow up with questions after I watch the recordings? Edel, dude, absolutely. You know, there's going to be, you know, undoubtedly a few people that are not going to be able to join us live, and that's totally cool. You know, we're going to have the recordings for you. And then we've got the Facebook group, we've got our support desk, you know, we've got all kinds of things. We're going to have the follow-up weekly Q&A calls. You know, I promise you, you'll get the help and support you need. So you'll be able to go through the recordings, have any questions, you can post those to us. So, Matt's got a question for you, Jabril. He says, Jabril, do you use any NLP techniques in your Facebook ads?
I would probably say yes. I can't even say, let me go back to my regular way. I've been hanging out with John too much. I feel like I'm English again. I don't even know I know what it means, neuro-logistic programming, but I'm sure I've read quite a few books and like I know a few things, but I'm not an expert, so I'm probably using it even when I don't know that I'm using it. So I can't say that. I'll just say no and yes in the same sentence, if that makes sense, because I don't know. If there's like, hey, if I was to take a test on like NLP, are you using? I'd be like, I'd probably fail the test.
Cool stuff. Blah says, will you teach us how to not get our Facebook accounts banned? Absolutely. That's what we're going to cover in the Foundation Fortunes. You know, setting up your business, setting up your ads, and that kind of stuff. Getting the foundation for that right, so that you don't hit any problems. So. Um, Jabril, Robbie says if we're building lots of different, if we're running ads for lots of different products, do we have to build a new fan page for each product?
Um, it depends if it's in the same niche. I mean, if you're promoting dog training and then you have like a muscle head page, I would say yes, because it would be like it'd be like having the TV station of ESPN for sports, and then all of a sudden you have like let's say a cooking show on like ESPN. You're not talking grilling, like you're talking like cupcakes. It wouldn't make too much sense. So yeah, like I mean, keep it in alignment with what your page is about, like 100%.
Cool, sounds good. Alpa says, Jabril, I want to sign up, but I don't want to really do the affiliate marketing stuff. If I'm signing up for my small business. If I join, will the training be specific to me?
Absolutely. Like I mean, like I showed you with a few of the examples. Small business. I love small businesses. I think they're great. For me personally, I don't think I could ever do a small business because it's just so much like work to do. I'm just much more of like I like to sit on a not sit on the beach, but like just kind of hit buttons and then it's automated. But with a small business, you have so much leverage, especially when you know what you're doing on the marketing side. Um, you can do so much with small business. Like if you want to tell me what your small business is, I can even give you some examples here on the webinar of like what I would do if I was you.
Cool, sounds good. He says coaching. Um,
What
maybe
kind
a
of
bit,
coaching?
yeah. Could you be a bit more specific, Alpa? Just let us know what kind of coaching you're in. And while he's doing that, we've actually pretty much got to the bottom of all the questions. We've got through loads. So if you're still here, which we've got tons of you, there's a reason why you're still on the fence. We've got a couple of spots left. You're still in this training. You're loving what we're doing here. So if you're wanting to join and you're interested in this kind of thing, but something's holding you back, there's something that's like, you know what, I want to join, but there's something holding me back. Let us know. Post in the questions now. Let us know what your biggest challenges are, and and reasons why you're on the fence with this training. If you just let us know, then maybe it's something we can address and find a way around. So yeah, come on, the questions box. Let's have a conversation. Let us know what your questions are. So Alpa says business coaching. So business coaching and events. Are you still there, Jabril?
Yes, I am. Could you repeat that question again one more time for me?
Yeah, he said, this is the same guy. He said, I'm in business coaching and I do events.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who your target market is, if it's, um, like, I mean, I have friends who do business coaching, so I would basically offer some type of how to solve a problem that those business owners are having, and then from there, have them go to your funnel where you would tell them, hey, I'll give you some more tips here once you opt in, and then with your coaching, if it's, I'm not sure, I'd have to kind of have what your coaching is, but once they're in your funnel, and then you're gonna offer them what it is that you're selling. But the biggest thing to always remember is how can I solve my clients, or customers' problems. That's it. Like if I spoke in like simple, like Yoda, like terminology, what are your customers' problems? Now go solve their problems. And if you can do that for them, they'll buy from you time and time and time again. And that will never change. It could be 2 years from now, 50 years from now. Solve their problems, and you're gonna have as much business as you want.
Very cool, very cool. Christine says, how long has Jabril been doing this? So Jabril, how long have you been doing this, bro?
Well, the first time I made money online was in like 2001. But Facebook ads specifically, I've been running Facebook ads since 2012.
2012. Awesome. Awesome stuff. And then Samuel says, you got a rather lengthy question. You said, hey, John, I have a sincere question. I'm looking to establish my own internet business over the next year or two that will generate a 7 or 8 figure income. I know in my heart that it's possible, but I also know that I'm going to need 2 things. 1, a proper mentor to guide me through the process, and 2, an appropriate venue. I'm willing to put all the time necessary, and I'm fully committed. Do you honestly feel that I'm in the right place here with you and Jabril? Yes, Samuel, dude, I can answer that in 2 ways, because there's one way that, well, firstly, you're looking to establish a 7 or 8 figure business in the first year or two, which is, that's a really cool goal. Like, well done for having a goal like that. That's ambitious. You can only learn from someone who has done what you're looking to do, right? So being fully transparent, I haven't built an 8-figure business yet. I built a 7-figure business. In fact, I built multiple 7-figure businesses. So are you in the right place to learn from someone who's built a 7-figure business? Well, I've done that. Jabril's done that, but we haven't quite got to the level where we've got 8-figure per year businesses yet, right? So, so you are in the right place to learn how to make a substantial amount of money and build a substantial business. And in terms of being the right mentors, obviously we might sound biased, but we believe we're the right people for you. But it kind of comes down to you, man. If you're willing, if you're, gearing up to do, a million in the next year or two, then you better get to work. You know what I mean? So it's going to take your hard work. Like, if that's your goal, fantastic. But do you know how much work you're going to put in? Like, so, I obviously don't know you personally. I'm sure you're just as ambitious as I'm describing, but you're going to have to be that ambitious, and you're going to have to put in a heck of a lot of work to do that. Like, I'm talking a heck of a lot of work. But are you in the right place, learning from the right people? I believe so. So, Robert Hill says, how do we pay? So, dude, firstly, fantastic you want to get on board. Go to socialtrafficblueprint.com/join. Type that into your browser. That'll take you to a page where you can select your payment option, and you'll be able to make a payment, over the internet, and you'll be able to join tonight and get access to the members area. So, Sylvia says, you guys sound just as tired as us, but great session. I apologize if I sound tired. If I'm totally honest, I really am. It's 2 in the morning, but this is why we do this stuff, man. Like, you guys want this information. We want to give it to you. We want you on board for Social Traffic Blueprint. So we do what we've got to do. 2 in the morning webinars, baby. We're doing it all day long. Cool. Cool. Bear with me. Bear with my silence. I'm just reading a question here. Cool. Robbie says, here's my biggest concern. I've spent thousands on training up until now, and it just hasn't worked. I take full responsibility, but John, you know me, and I also work very hard. I genuinely do get stuck in, and often will do for months on end. I'm not expecting overnight success at all, but it's results that help us stay motivated. I'm very worried about spending more money on training and not making it work. That's my biggest concern. That's a very, very valid concern, Robbie, if I'm totally honest with you. And obviously we've had conversations, so I know you personally. I can see the work that you put in. I would just think back to Nate, Nathan, who came out and gave us a testimonial, which was awesome. He was in the same place as you, where he was trying to get this thing working, kept hitting hurdles, things kept going wrong, couldn't make it work, and he decided to actually quit for a period of time. And it was only when he found Jabril he decided to give it one more shot. So, and if I'm totally honest with you, I know Nate very well, and although he says I'll give it one more shot, I know for a fact that if it didn't work out with Jabril, he most likely would have, it would have knocked his confidence a bit, but then he would have tried again. He would have eventually picked himself back up, tried again, and then tried again, and he would have eventually made something work. And I truly believe that this is the place you need to be. Nate spent, what was it, $2, $3, $4, $5 on his ads when he first got started. He had no money left. He had lost it all. So he started very small. and went through the exact same training that you have the ability to go through, and now he's making between $10,000 and $20,000 a month. So I do wholeheartedly believe, Robbie, that you're in the right place with Social Traffic Blueprint, and that we really can get you the results you're looking for. But it is that risk, it's that risk you said of spending money and it not working. There's always that risk in business. We have to learn to address that risk and not let it scare us off. In anything in business, if we want to be successful, we're going to have to take risks. We are going to have to, okay? But I truly believe that this is really going to pay off for you. So, cool. Almost there. I'm not seeing that many questions left. Elizabeth says, thank you both, you and Jabril. Jean says, what is your support address? It is support@frontlinemarketer.com. I'll put it in the chat box. Support@frontlinemarketer.com. Whoops. Marketer. So I put that in the chat box there for you guys if you need that to get hold of my support desk and my support staff. I can see Chris Wack says, can you give me the link to the members area to log back into TTM? So if you've got a problem with logging into that members area, Chris, the best, quickest response is to go to send us an email at support@frontlinemarketer.com, because I don't even know how to do that stuff. I'm so untechy. So my team will be able to help you with that very quickly. So cool. And I think we're pretty much there. Christine says, when will this be opened again later, please? We really don't have any plans to open it again, and I'm certainly not going to open it myself. It's going to be a case of we'll open up that's where we'll allow our select exclusive affiliates to promote, but that'll be in the next couple of months, and that'll be a very, very short window to do so, and then we'll be closing for good. So cool, sounds good. Christine says 30-day money-back guarantee, ? Absolutely. Like I said, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee with this. So the risk is on us. We know our training is going to work. We know you're going to love it. So when you get in, if for whatever reason you don't love it, then guess what? You can request your money back. Not a problem at all. So Jabril, looks like we got to the end of the questions, man. Have you got any closing thoughts here? And I'll hand over to you for some closing thoughts, and then maybe I'll have some closing thoughts, and we'll call it a day. We've been going for almost 3 hours here right now.
Oh, yes. I just want to say I appreciate everyone for spending the time with us here tonight. And it means a lot. It really does. I know how much you value your time as much as we value our time. And, I just know what we know works. And I mean, as simple as that. Like with a gym membership, is probably the best analogy I can get. It's not an overnight progress. Some people get results faster than others. Some people's bodies are built different than others. Some have a faster metabolism. But there is like one thing scientifically proven. If you follow the plan of a well-seasoned fitness trainer, personal trainer, and a nutritionist for 90 days, it's a 100% type of thing. Like if you follow that nutrition plan along with the workout plan from day 1 to day 90, you are going to see a significant difference in your body, no question. Now here's the X factor. Are you willing to put in the work day in and day out? All right? That's it. Like we know what we teach works, and that's why we can put our money where our mouths are. But it's like the person, oh, I did it for the one day, and then the kids this, I had this thing come up, and they're doing it 2 days out the week. And it takes more than that, especially like if you're an expert, maybe you only need the 1 day a week to, kind of maintain and just get that little extra edge. But if you're someone who's new, you have to set a realistic expectation for yourself and say, hey, I am brand new. If I went to university, it's going to take me years just to get um, some type of knowledge to learn what it is I need to learn. Here we're talking about a 6 week program to change your life. And I don't even like to be a hokey pokey, like change your life forever. But it is like you could literally change your life forever if you're willing to put in that work day in, day out. And I'll promise I'll give you everything that I've got. John's going to give you everything that he has. And, we're not going to quit on you. So that's all I really have to say. I appreciate you guys. And whoever said you guys sound tired, you are correct.
Sounds good, man. Nice one. Well, I see one more question that I'll just address. I know Carrie's just joined, and she says, thank you both for the great information. Decided to dive in. What you suggest getting into first? The best thing you can do right now, Carrie, get into the Facebook group. There'll be a link in the members area. Get into that Facebook group, request it. I'll approve you here in just a moment, and engage in there. Build connections in there. Leave us a little message. Let us know who you are, what you're about, what your business is, and look out for links in there for the coaching call. We're doing the newbie call tomorrow, and then it officially starts on Wednesday, so you can tune in for that. So, cool, guys. Thanks so much for spending all this time with us. I can't believe there's still people on the line 3 hours in. This is crazy that you guys still want to spend time with us here. So we really appreciate it. It's absolutely awesome. Thank you to everyone that's attended. And a special thanks to everyone that's decided to join us in Social Traffic Blueprint. You really are coming on a journey with us. We're super excited to be doing this. And like Jabril said, we're going to give you everything we've got. It's going to be super cool. And if we still have spots left, then going to this link, you'll still be able to get to the checkout page. So if for whatever reason you're watching this on a replay, we are taking this down tomorrow anyway. But if I decide to send out a replay and you're by some miracle watching this before we close, then go to that link, and if we've got spots left, then it'll be there. If you come to that page tomorrow and it says, sorry, we're sold out, or sorry, we're closed, then I really do apologize, but we did warn you, we're closing tomorrow. So really cool. Guys, thanks so much for your time. Take down that web address, have a think. If you feel like we're right for you, then go ahead and join us, and we would love, love, love to see you inside of the Facebook group, the members area, and on the live calls. All right, guys, we'll speak soon. Make it a great day or great evening, wherever you are in the world.